Welcome, non-existent viewers, to this brand new Dungeons & Dragons campaign. This story stars 6 brave adventurers, who will now be introduced. Firstly, there's Lugzen, a half-elf warlock bent on revenge. The greasy-haired, eldest and illegitimate child to a prominent family of Shisno nobles, he was raised by his disgraced elf mother in the slums. Welcome with neither his elfin relatives nor his human relatives, Lugzen's mother sold herself as a street scrubber for a meager wage. After her untimely death getting run over in the streets by an unknown carriage, Lugzen turned to thievery and gangs to make a living in the streets of Aerostorm. Crafty and untrusting, his only friend is a crow named Eliza. One day after stealing a Book of Shadows, Lugzen swore loyalty to Rorland, the deity of deceit and madness, who bestowed upon him a hexblade dagger and the ability to use magic in exchange for power. A cunning schemer, Lugzen has a detailed master plan concocted in which he can gain revenge upon all who wronged him. His human relatives, his elven relatives, the stranger that murdered his mother, and the very city that created the squalor he lived in. The first step in that master plan is to one day meet his father and usurp his wealth and power to take his rightful place as the heir of his clan. Next is Zaylee, a merfolk ranger. Trained as a hunter and a warrior, Zaylee is a low-ranking member of the Merfolk City Guard. She became a local legend when she apprehended a notorious slaver. The slaver later escaped imprisonment, and Zaylee was sent to the surface world to reclaim him. As she traveled in search of this escaped criminal, Zaylee became known as a professional humanoid hunter that specialized in Shisnos and elves. She stands up against those that seek to take advantage of others or exploit nature. While the notorious slaver continues to elude capture, Zaylee takes bounties and odd jobs while hunting him down to face justice. In her youth, Zaylee heard the call of an old one, an ancient being her people believe inhabited the ocean eons ago at the beginning of creation. She heard its call as the bloop, a mysterious sound in the sea that only she could hear. She believes the ancient spirit showed her favor and granted her the ability to use magic. She feels honored and indebted to this ancient leviathan that serves as her fey patron, and she devotes her life to the pursuit of justice in its name. Next is Brock Lee, a dragonborn monk. Raised in a small village of tailless dragonborn in the mountains, Brock Lee learned martial arts, the flute, and the way of the elements from his mother. Ostracized by the village leaders because he was born with the tail, Lee longed to leave his village once he turned of age. Upon his mother's passing, Brock Lee took his staff, his mother's amulet, a shell bracelet from his first love, who was tragically killed in a rock slide, a woodcarver's kit, and his mother's flute, his only possessions, and set off to make it big as a flute maker and further his martial arts skills. Next is Marianne Marks, a high elf wizard. An uptight scholar that previously served in the Royal High Elf military, she's as proficient with a sword as she is with a spell. Following the path of a mocked and discredited professor that wished to study society, which is unrecognized as a legitimate academic discipline, she has inherited her mentor's ambition to create the perfect society. Formerly a researching professor on sabbatical to study history, she seeks to understand past societies and know why they failed in an effort to avoid the same fate when she establishes her own nation. Next is Shucky, a halfling rogue. Shucky is a charming scoundrel with a silver tongue and a heart of gold. And that's all you really need to know about him. Lastly, there's Retap, a high elf sorceress. That's all we really know about her. And that's the party! With the cast of this little adventure introduced, let's jump right into the first session of... I don't have any Funyuns or Mountain Dew, but I've got RC Cola.
I say blurt out the symbol for it. I've got Mountain Dew.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm ready. Is Sarah ready?
Ready?
Let's do it.
All right. You got the email with the map in it, correct?
Yep.
Okay. You can go ahead and pull that up. Sarah can have the actual big map.
Ooh. Sarah's more special than me. I didn't get a copy in the mail.
I apologize.
Number one.
There's only one copy, and then a couple pictures.
Do you have your special ring on?
Hang on.
Now he has to go get it. What have I done?
What special ring?
The special rings. Are you talking about mine?
He wears like 8 of them. Which one's the special one?
If he has 2 more rings, he'll have the full set. Unless some of them are toe rings.
No, I don't think it's really his thing.
It's nobody's thing. Except the hippies.
I don't like him. Feels
Nobody
weird.
likes the hippies.
That's not what I said.
And then my little dog notebook.
Cute.
You see it? I got this for 50 cents today at a thrift store. And this is my new D&D book.
Nice. I think I know where mine is. So which
You're
one's
like a rapper or something.
Yeah, a white guy.
Like Eminem.
I think Eminem wears rings. Also, I'm not as talented as
Then
Eminem.
he's not a real rapper, is he?
I guess not. If all rappers have to be able to say the N word, Eminem is not a real rapper.
So I'm supposed to pull out my map.
Yeah.
Do you want to introduce the map to the people who will never watch this video except for us or the world?
Okay, I don't know how well this will.
Yeah,
I can show them the map.
Okay, we can just.
I'll fix it in post.
Okay. Yes, this is self-created homebrew, the Isles of Witren. It is a private, small island in a larger world that has yet been created.
So this is an island, not a full continent?
Correct.
Okay.
And you and your crew of adventurers have just gotten off a boat. You had traveled from Sting Harbor to Pines Harbor and look for work. The day is almost gone, but you feel you have enough time to explore a little bit before you go to sleep.
How big is Pines Harbor? Like, is it town-sized or city-sized?
Town-sized. And on the map, it looks like it's bigger, but I made the big before I made the little ones.
There's a right to call this a port town?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta log it in my book. By the way, who is Sarah?
Sarah's name is Retep, and she is evil.
Okay.
Did you get that joke?
Retab? I'd have to think about it.
Sarah didn't get it either. She still doesn't get it.
Let me spell it out. How do you spell it?
Retep. Retep. I am
Peter?
Retep, and I am evil.
Oh, that is.
So who's Peter?
Oh, that's the evil Peter?
Okay, so there's an episode of Family Guy
I know what you're talking
where
about.
Peter's hanging out with Meg, and he sticks his hand out the car window, and his hand gets chopped off, and he regenerates his hand, and then the hand that got cut off is like in the bushes, and the hand regenerates the entire body, except he's wearing white pants and a green shirt, and he goes, I am Retep, and I am evil. And then, like, the rest of the episode, he's just in the background torturing Peter.
Evil Dead already did it.
Bum shoulder. Start falls.
Okay, so she is a man named Retep or a lady named Retep?
She is a lady named Retep.
What race and class is she?
Sarah, pull it up. These are questions that you should be answering. She is a high elf, and she is a sorcerer.
Sweet. So it's like late at night, or is it like afternoon?
It's right before dusk.
It's like right now.
Okay, so I guess they're probably looking for somewhere to go to sleep, right? Like a tavern or something, or an inn.
Yeah,
Since it's late at night.
It's not quite late. So there's enough time for you to do stuff if you wanted to, like get supplies or things like that. Well, I don't know if I told you this. I know I haven't told Sarah this, but you're going to start off with 5d20 worth of gold pieces.
Is that in addition to the starting gold that you get from the book?
Yeah, since you're starting at level 5, it's kind of like you've already been doing missions and shit.
I have to make several rolls.
So should Sarah, but she's not for some reason.
I don't understand.
Do this. 5d20. D20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Do I
Roll.
need to get a piece of paper?
Yes. You got 62. Here.
I have to do this for like 5 different characters.
You want a pencil?
Okay, everyone has their gold. I assume I should just go, like, each character in a row, right? Just one at a time?
Yeah.
Okay. They all have lists of, like, shopping they want to do, I'm pretty sure. Or at least 2 of them do.
Okay.
Boom! List. Okay, so Luxon is going to go to a general store first.
Okay. Then Luxon goes to the Hollow Bee.
A hollow bee. Are there any bees in there?
There are no bees in there. Just
Good.
in
So he's gonna look for a wide-brimmed, like, traveler's hat.
like any specific material, leather, or
Just like a wide-brimmed hat, so that he can wear it and not have to make social interaction.
okay. All right, so the owner of the Hollow Bee is Owen Greenbell, and he tells you, I have a leather fisherman's hat, which has a fairly large brim, or I have a cowboy hat, which is a little less wide, but equally good for telling people that you don't want to be talked to.
What color is the cowboy hat?
The cowboy hat is white.
Does he have one in black?
I could dye it black for you real quick.
Yes, to that. Wait,
Okay.
how much is the cowboy hat?
With the service of dyeing it black, that's going to be 1 gold piece.
Deal.
Owen goes into the back. He comes back with a black cowboy hat that you notice smells oddly like charcoal.
Whatever. Does he have any, like, hemp cord?
Hemp specifically, or just like any rope?
Just like any rope, but like a cord, not like a thick one, like an actual rope. Like something teenage girls make bracelets with.
Yeah, we've got a 10-foot spool of twine for 2 silver pieces.
Can you keep track of how much I'm spending?
Yeah, hang on.
And then I can just subtract it afterwards.
Okay, Sarah's gonna keep track. The cowboy hat was 1 gold piece.
10-foot twine, I'll take that.
Okay. 10-foot twine for 2 silver pieces.
Silver pieces?
Yeah, just put SP.
I'd like a piece of chalk.
Piece of chalk. How many pieces? Just 1?
Should probably go with 2 in case one breaks.
Okay, 2 pieces of chalk for 2 copper pieces.
How much salt does he have?
We actually just got a fresh shipment of salt, almost as if someone was expecting to buy a whole lot of it.
Yes. How much for all his salt?
Well, we've got a 20-pound bag of salt. If you would like all of it, that would be 20 gold pieces. Gold piece a pound. That's a lot of salt.
How much for just 1 pound of salt?
1 gold piece per pound.
I'll take 2 pounds of salt.
Okay. 2 gold pieces. That's a lot of salt, sir.
I like French fries, he says. Does he have any flasks of oil?
he has flasks and he has a drum of oil, but you have to purchase both things separately.
Because how much is 2 wineskins of oil, basically? The wineskins and then the oil to fill them up with.
Combined, that would be 5 gold pieces for the two skins of oil.
I'll take them. How about a whistle? Does he have a whistle?
Well, we've got little plastic whistles that we give out free with every purchase, or we have a
I will
nice,
take a whistle.
just the cheap plastic one.
As long as it whistles, yes.
Okay, one free whistle.
Let's write that down.
No,
Does he have
that's-
a collapsible shovel?
he does not have a collapsible shovel.
How about
He
a
has a
crowbar?
mini shovel, like a shovel for a dwarf.
I guess it'll do. How much is that?
That would be 3 gold pieces for a dwarven shovel.
We'll take a mini shovel for however much you just said. Okay, how about a whip? Does he have any whips?
He doesn't have any whips, but he has braided cord you could use. If you took it to the blacksmith, he could possibly fashion it into a whip for you.
I think that's all he needs from a general store. So he's gonna head to what's that place?
The,
Like
blacksmith,
yeah, basically somewhere to buy weapons and armor.
the white hatchet.
Okay, wait, how much gold did I spend?
You spent 11 gold pieces, 2 silver pieces, and 2 copper pieces.
What's the conversion rate?
100 to 1.
Someone's gonna have to do some math. Tell me to figure this out.
Okay, what did
Wait,
you
no,
start?
I'm gonna convert. Wait, so 1 gold is 100 silver.
Yeah.
Okay, so how much silver did I spend?
2.
2 silver.
You got 98.
So how many copper is 1 gold?
1,000 copper is 1 gold.
So how much copper did I spend?
2.
Sweet. Okay, I figured it out.
Everything is worth gold.
Because not everything is worth gold. I'm not going to take gold for a piece of chalk.
You took a gold for
Going to
half.
the blacksmith
All right, you're
or
headed
the
to
whitesmith.
the hatchet.
I'm gonna ask if he has a rapier.
What?
A rapier is
Well, I guess I heard you right.
What is a rapier? It's
It's a sword.
the curved one, like a scimitar.
Isn't it one of those fancy ones that like French people use in like 1800s times or whenever? Like the Three Musketeers times, whenever that is.
It's just a sword.
Yeah, like a musketeer rapier.
Like a fencing sword.
Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't think of it.
Okay.
Our health is great. We got a little bit of a fence.
Yes, we do.
How much is a rapier?
It is worth. Of course, it didn't come up with the item. I'm going to go with 10 gold pieces.
How much is a breastplate? Does he have a breastplate in stock?
He does have a breastplate. What type of breastplate?
Breastplate?
Basically.
I mean, like, do you want like just a steel breastplate or like scale armor or?
Let me check the description. Equipment, armor. Yeah, so it's medium armor. It's just called a breastplate.
Okay, yeah, I got it right here.
And I
Yep.
have a chain shirt that I could trade in for it. If he accepts trade-ins.
Chain shirt. I would say 15 gold for the breastplate.
That's including the trade-in, right?
Yes.
Then I will take that.
High quality.
Now I have a
iron.
breastplate. Sweet.
What did you say?
I trade that crap in.
Huh?
How much was that?
15.
Gold.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you expensive, wasn't
Mm-hmm. The one right there.
it? Okay.
Hmm? Yeah,
Checking something.
right there.
And then the rapier was 10 gold, right?
Correct.
Sweet. I'll take that too.
Start off with.
I only have 5 gold left, but it was worth it.
Okay. So who's next?
Hang on. So the breastplate gives me 16. Awesome. My warlock is the best. Pretty sure no one else needs anything except maybe Zaylee, but I think... Oh, a lot of the stuff she wanted, my other guy also wanted. Do I have the items I bought from James's campaign, or do I have to rebuy that stuff? Like the silver trident?
No. She existed before she came to this place, so I don't see why she couldn't just already have that.
Okay. I need to check her character sheet. Sarah can get her stuff while I'm looking at this.
What would you like? Would you like to go buy some stuff? Would you like to go get a beer? Would you?
Do I have anything on me already? Like other than the
Yeah,
movie?
you should have. When you did your character, you should have had starting gear.
That's what I was looking at. I couldn't find it.
It should be under. I don't know. See these little squares?
Yeah.
Click there,
It's because of screen.
and then equipment.
What's the point of a long-handled mirror?
Hmm?
So what's the point of a long-handled mirror?
You can look around corners. You can look at yourself in it. Do your hair. Oh, it's a fucking mirror. Do anything you want with it.
Well, I think probably best to go.
I forgot she has a jester's hat.
Alchemist supplies, wouldn't it?
No, I forgot about that too. Okay, if you want to go with the alchemist supplies, just you can either edit it in there, or you can. You have to.
So with the hemp, not the hemp, what's it called? The twine. He takes the whistle and he gives it like the necklace part, so he could hang the whistle off his neck.
Okay.
And he also puts holes in 2 sides of the cowboy hat and strings the twine through, so that basically he can take the hat off and it hangs off his neck.
Okay.
So that if it blows off, it's still around his neck, and so he can like take it up and put it down as he wants.
You did
that-
the hat, and what else? The necklace for the twine, or the necklace for
The whistle.
whistle?
Yep.
That would be what, like 2 feet of rope that you used, or 2 feet of twine?
I guess, yeah. So I'd have 8 left.
Okay.
Sweet. And then he goes back to the tavern or the inn or whatever they're sleeping for the night, and he's smoking a pipe.
Okay. So
I'm pretty sure no one else needs anything.
the tavern and the inn are 2 different places. Would you like to go to the tavern or to the inn?
He's going wherever they booked for the night to go to sleep.
Okay, that would be the Educated Knife Inn.
Educated Knife.
Yep.
Sounds ominous.
It's essentially it's a place for hired mercenaries,
Sweet.
and that is 50 silver pieces a night. So basically half a gold piece.
Sweet. You can't divide gold in half unless you melt it. Shucky is at the tavern gambling.
What's that?
Shucky's at the tavern gambling. Broccoli is playing the flute at the tavern, and Marianne is studying quietly in her room. She's like reading books like a nerd.
Perfect. This is working out perfectly. Sarah, you said you didn't want to get anything, right? So do you go to the tavern or do you go to the inn?
I have a question.
Okay.
Well,
Go to the tavern, grab a pint, and wait for all this to blow over.
And measuring spoon. Does that just mean like unlimited, or do I have a set amount?
I don't know. We'll say 5 each, and then the measuring spoons, you have like a full set, like the different size spoons. Okay. So, as Shucky, Marianne, and who else went to the tavern?
Broccoli.
Broccoli. Yes, broccoli.
Okay.
Alex has been telling that joke for years.
It's funny.
It is. Huh? Broccoli.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Did you really? What did you laugh at if you didn't get that?
The fact that you named somebody Broccoli, I thought it was funny.
Anyway,
Yeah, Marianne.
you just thought his name was Broccoli?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Brock Lee.
I get it now.
His last name is Lee.
Or middle.
No,
Okay,
it's his
so you
last
walk into the Skewered Boar, which is the pub. What would you do? Okay, so Broccoli
Which
is in the
character?
corner playing violin, or
He's got his flute. It's
Flute.
a flute.
Okay.
Yep.
He's playing his flute. He's getting all of it, all the bar patrons into the music. There is no gambling ring, unfortunately, so I'm assuming the Shucky would go to the bar and see what the details are.
Yeah, I call him a mix between Bradley Cooper and Peter Dinklage. He's like he's slumming it up with the she's like chatting up all the patrons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Bradley Cooper is suave and slick.
He's like Nick from Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah.
That's a good way to think of him. He's Nick if you were a halfling. Like Hobbit Nick.
He's a short Hobbit Nick. Okay. And then Marianne is...
She's in her room.
She's the nerd.
Yeah, she's in her room. She's studying. She's like reading. I don't know what Zayle's doing. Trying to get wet or something, I guess.
Okay. Well...
I guess she's looking for a fountain or something where she can... Because fish like water.
This is a harbor town, so like
told me she was a fish.
half the town is basically just docks. So I'm assuming she's down at the docks.
So she's basically she's trying to find like a private place by the beach where she can take a little swim. But she doesn't want people to know that she's a merfolk. So she's trying to find a secluded place on the beach.
Okay. Then she's not at the docks, but she is at the beach. She is on the coastline hanging out.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
She's chatting up the fish because she can talk to fish. They can't talk back, but she can talk to the fish.
All right. Well, then Shucky gets the pleasure of meeting Johnny Boar, the owner and bartender of the Skewered Boar.
Sweet. He asks, "Where's the Skewered Boar?"
Well, you're a little late. We serve Skewered Boar every day for lunch.
Better stick around until tomorrow, then.
Let's hope so. There's been some weird shit going on here lately.
Do tell.
Well, there are people, young people, they just tend to go missing. One day they're here, one day they're gone. They never get seen again. I know this is kind of a small town, so all the younger people, they want to go to the big city. Everyone always assumes that they're headed off to Arrowstorm. That's the major capital of this island. But I don't think most of them make it past the mountains. Now, most people have been running into trouble as soon as they reach the outskirts of town. Most people who make it back won't tell you why or what's going on, but there seems to be a problem. And, hi, my name is Andrew Wilcox. You seem like a very shady fellow. The bartender is interrupted by some guy in a hood.
That's a rude thing to say, friend. What about me could possibly be suspicious?
Well, you're very little, and you're drinking
Wow,
beer.
racism.
Hey, there aren't a lot of little folks in this part of the world. So what's your name, friend?
My name is Shucky, the Scourge of the South.
Shucky, the Scourge of the South. So you consider yourself a drinking man?
And how?
Right. How about a little wager then?
He like takes out a coin. He has like, you know how Two-Face has that like one coin? He has like some special stupid coin that he like flips as a hobby. Ting! Am I ever?
All right. 100 gold pieces said I could outdrink you.
He goes, 150. He drops a big coin purse down.
Oh, we got a big spender. You know what? I'll just happen to take that deal.
Let's do it.
All
I don't know how
right.
to be charming in real life, so I don't even know what he's about to say.
Dude, perfect.
So Shucky's
right.
putting up 150 gold coins, apparently.
Johnny, we need a round. And when I say a round, we need the table covered. So Johnny goes back and he grabs a bunch of shot glasses and he starts pouring whiskey in every single one. You got 50 shots in front of each of you.
50 shots. Seems
Yep.
excessive.
It's extremely expensive. But there's a reason for all of this. All right. First shot. You take it. Flip a coin. Heads or tails?
Always tails.
I meant you flip the coin and then tell me if it's heads or tails.
I don't have a coin.
All right, hang on.
What I do when I IGM is I roll a d4 and then I make odds like tails and then evens head
All right, that'll work.
or something like that.
All right. Shot number 2. Ready?
Oh wait, I'm supposed to roll a d4, right?
No, I'm rolling for you.
Oh, okay.
There's special effects if something happens. Okay, you survive. Shot number 2. Shot number 3. Well, you survived shot number 3. Well, little guy, you seem to be able to hold your liquor quite a bit, but
I have
Let's
+1
get
on my
started.
constitution.
you have +1 on your constitution.
Yes.
Is that what you say to him out loud?
Well, sure. Surely they have
Okay.
role-playing games inside the universe of the role-playing game.
Okay. All right, you little nerd. Let's take another shot.
I might be a nerd, but your mom didn't think so.
Oh, you're a testy little nerd. All right. Well, shot number 5. Oh, no. Oh, no. You start to get really hazy. Something starts to happen. You don't quite know what. You've been drunk 100 times, but something just kind of feels off about this time.
You roofied me.
Oh, don't be so silly. Why would I roofie you? You're not my type.
As he's like flailing around, he's like, Lee! He's like calling for the monk who's playing his flute.
For some reason, you notice that it seems like Lee can't hear you. As a matter of fact, while you're screaming, you notice that even you can't hear you. You don't hear anything coming out of your own mouth. It's kind of weird. You don't understand what's going on. All you know is that you take that 7th shot and you pull it up to your lips.
That's the
Things
smart
look
thing
like
to
they're
do.
starting to go in your favor a little bit. Shot number 8.
There's still 42 more to go.
There are 42 more to go. I don't think you're going to make it through 42 more.
Why are there 50?
There's a reason for all of this. All right, things go a little bit gray. Not quite dark. You still know what's going on. You just don't know why it's going on. Shot number 9. Everything goes black. You have absolutely no idea what happened. Your memory is entirely gone. That's going to be the end of your night.
Shucky just lost 150 gold.
Shucky lost a lot more than that.
What?
See, the problem is Shucky blacked out. Shucky didn't pass out. But because Shucky was alone, nobody knows what he did.
But
All
he was
you
in a
know-
tavern full of crowded people, including his teammate. No one
Yeah.
saw him leave, or what happened to him.
Oh no, he didn't leave. He stayed there for the majority of the night. As a matter of fact, I guess I'll just let you figure this part out on your own.
You got mind control or some crap. Shucky, no.
All
My
right,
least favorite of the party.
now I got to pull something up.
Keep saying Shaggy.
Every time you say Shucky, the subtitles say Shaggy.
Sugar.
All right, let me do something.
Skype
real-
knows what Skyrim is, but doesn't know what Shucky is.
The last time we said her news like Shaggy, it said sugar.
All right, let's see. This is difficult. I'll use this one. Fuck it. All right, I got to make a roll real quick.
Oh boy.
Okay. So I need you to pull out Lugza's character sheet
Okay.
and put the rest of them in a drawer somewhere.
What do you mean? Like close them?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not good.
Okay. Well, this just got really interesting.
No. That's not good for me.
Sarah,
Mm.
you get to write all of this down. Actually, it'd probably be better if you just took a picture on your phone.
I can do that, and then I can write it down.
Yeah, and I gotta wait for something to load.
As long as Lugzen survives, everything will be cool.
Well, sort of.
I'm back.
I knew I
Along
saw
with
him.
Giuseppe.
What the fuck? He keeps disappearing. Oh my god, he looks like the little Mexican guy from the puppet videos.
Oh shit! You know what I thought I looked like?
Alex.
No, I was gonna say the chef from the Chuck E. Cheese things.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Like, you know how they have the animatronics?
Oh yeah, he looks like there's a guy. Okay, this guy's freaking me out, Alex.
My name is Giuseppe. Giuseppe the Italiano Restaurante Chef.
What the fuck?
I just spelled
It's spelled Giuseppe, right? But it says, my name is. Oh, hang on. It disappeared.
the Acadian.
It says, my name is Giuseppe, just said, in the Arcania restaurant to share.
I have an Italiano Restaurante, but because of the COVID, it shut down. Whoa.
Okay. Thank you, Giuseppe, for that public service announcement.
I never want to give a subtitle for that.
All right, Alex, you wake up.
Who?
You do.
Which character? Lugzen?
No. Shucky wakes up.
Wait, you told me to
Yeah,
click out all the character sheets except for Lugzen.
I know.
Do I need to
That's
pull Shucky's back up?
no, I don't.
Oh. Okay.
Shucky wakes up and he finds himself in a room. And the only thing in the room is a mirror on the wall, a bed, and a table. And he feels really strange.
He just got roofied. He probably does feel strange.
So what do you do?
As Shucky?
Yeah.
So there's no door?
Well, there's a door. I meant in the room.
Oh,
There's just a mirror, a table, and a bed.
he's probably gonna go and try and look out the door. Is there like bars on the door, or
No, it's just it's an inn room. Chucky doesn't know that because he never went to the inn last night.
No,
He's in
then-
the inn.
he's gonna open the door and leave?
As he walks toward the door, he catches something at the corner of his eye in the mirror. He turns to look at himself, and he gasps and jumps backwards. For some reason, the face staring back at him is Lugson.
Well, he's kind of stupid, so he's probably gonna be like, "What are you doing in the mirror?"
And he notices that his mouth is moving at the same time as the mirror.
Wait, so as he's talking to the mirror, Lugson in the mirror is like mouthing the exact same words that he is.
Yes.
He's like, "Yeah, what are you copping me for? You're really freaking me out."
It just happens again.
Yeah, he's gonna turn and leave. He's freaked out.
Okay, he leaves the room. Is there anywhere specific you would like to go? You don't remember anything from the night before.
He's probably gonna look for any one of his party members because he's like freaked out.
Okay.
He doesn't want to be alone.
Okay. What does he like? Go down to the desk, or does he check room by room?
Does he know which rooms the other people are staying in?
No, he was never at the inn last night. He knows that they're there because it's the only inn in town.
Okay, well, he's gonna go to the main room and see if anyone's there that he knows.
As he walks in, he sees a fireplace with a long bench next to it and a front desk with a worker sitting there, but he doesn't see anyone other than the worker, and definitely nobody he recognizes.
Well, he's gonna ask the clerk if his friends have checked out.
Okay. Are you talking about the group that came in and checked in last night together? There were about.
Yes.
Okay. No, they have not checked out yet.
He asked what room they're in. What the rooms are.
They're in rooms 1, 4, and 5.
He goes to room 1 and knocks on the door.
Nobody answers.
He goes to the next room that the dude told him and knocks on the door.
Nobody answers.
He does it for all the rooms that he was told that the people were at.
Nobody answers.
All right, he goes back to door 1 and tries to open it.
It's unlocked. He walks in, and he can tell that somebody stayed there last night, but there's no sign of anybody in the room at the moment.
All right, he checks all the rooms that he was told his people were staying
Okay.
in.
Everything's the same, except for room 5, where he finds something on the floor, which is essentially a wadded up piece of cloth with some crude drawings on it. And it's nothing that he recognizes. Should have had this drawn out before, but I didn't think it would take me this long. Oh, motherfucker. God damn it.
Just hold it in front of your face.
I don't think that worked. Oh, can you see it?
So it's like a pyramid and an E.
Yes.
Okay. He picks up the cloth and he pockets it, and then he leaves the tavern. He's freaked out and he's getting out of there.
Okay. And just a second. Where's he going?
Right now he's just leaving. He wants to get out of there.
Okay. So he just runs out into the street.
Pretty much.
All right. Then it's Sarah's turn to wake up.
Where am I at?
Sarah wakes up on the floor of the pub. Her head hurts really bad, and she has no idea what's going on or how she got here.
Someone texted me.
I send you the picture.
Note to me, fix this in post.
Okay.
Then I'll remember to put this picture on the video so that the people can actually see. And by the people, I mean us when we rewatch this.
Okay.
We'll actually see it on the screen because I'm awesome like that. So Sarah woke up drunk like a frat girl. Then what?
Extremely hungover, yes. But she has no idea why her head hurts so bad since she didn't drink anything last night. What's the first thing you do?
Is there anybody else in the pub?
It is completely deserted.
Even the owner's gone.
Yeah, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. Pub doesn't open till noon.
Okay, so they locked the doors when you pass out.
No, the doors are unlocked. They just don't care. That when some drunk guy falls asleep, it's a tavern.
Okay, well, I guess I go outside and head towards the end to try to find everybody else.
As you stand up from behind the bar, the first thing you notice is that you can't see over it.
What the fuck?
Who's the halfling now?
Okay, well, I continue to make my way toward the door. I'm assuming stumbling and tripping along the way from a massive headache.
Yeah, you stand up, you're stumbling, you're tripping, and at one point you trip over a chair, you fall over, and something comes flying out of your pocket. And it's that symbol. It's a little piece of cloth with this symbol on it, except yours at the bottom says, "Thanks for the fun night."
Uh-oh.
John Ford comes in, the owner of the tavern.
There he is.
What do? Do you just walk past him?
I asked him what the hell happened and how did I end up here.
You don't remember? You came in last night and you were sitting there with Andrew Wilcox and you were having a drink off. You both made it through 50 shots of whiskey, and he let you keep your money, and then you guys took off to have some fun. You came back later on that night and you just passed out behind the bar.
I left and then came back.
Yep.
That's not me.
That was you. I watched you take the drinks. You were the only halfling in the entire city.
I asked where to find
Oh crap.
Andrew guy. Figure it out. Where can I find who's Andrew? Whatever.
Andrew Wilcox is the mayor. You can find him down in City Hall.
So the mayor is challenging people to. Ow. Okay, then I excuse myself and go speak with the mayor, I guess.
You head to City Hall. As you're going to City Hall, you see an extremely frightened Lorzug. I'm not saying that right.
Lugzun.
Lugzug.
That's not right. Lugzun.
Lugzun.
Yes.
Huh?
Is that who he was seeing in the mirror?
That is who he saw in the mirror, yes.
Okay.
Do you need me to spell it for you?
It's
It says that it's legs and. Like
Lugzun. Lugzan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to remember how to pronounce that unless it's right in front of me. So I've got it written down right here. Now I do.
Well, I went up to him. It is a him, right?
It is Lugzun is a him, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, then I run up to him. Like, what the hell? What's wrong?
Shucky, you or Lugzun, you see yourself sprinting towards you. What do you do?
I'm pretty sure he'd be speechless. Like he doesn't know what to say. Magic isn't his like thing, and he's like scared of ghosts and supernatural stuff. So he doesn't know how to deal with the situation.
You're sprinting toward a pale-faced Lugzun.
He's always pale, but he's
Well, his legs seem
extra
pretty-
pale.
He's extra pale now.
Well, is he tall enough to put me in the face?
How tall is Lugzun?
Let me check.
And I can just pull up his thing real quick.
He's 5'7".
5 foot, so he's not that tall.
But I'm also a whatever.
That's true. You're probably like 3 foot tall. Should be on your thing.
Oh.
Okay, so what does that have to do with
So
what you're doing?
Shuki is 4'5".
Oh, so you guys are actually not that. He's like a foot taller than you.
Oh, well, you could, I mean, you could kick me in the face if you wanted to. You won't.
Yeah, but Chucky,
Well, you're a full foot taller than
Petrified
me, like
at
right
the
now,
moment.
though. Is what I'm saying.
I get that. But what I'm saying is that Chucky or Lugzun is petrified and can't move.
I
doesn't know what
try
to do.
to calm him down without getting too close for fear of repercussions.
I take
that
it
a
you have figured out
persuasion
what's
check?
going on.
Yes.
All right. Yes, Alex, that is a persuasion check.
So she's trying to persuade me. Do I roll persuasion as well?
Yeah,
Wait, do I roll for Shucky or for Lugzun?
Lugzun. Oh, and for the record, I'm guessing that you have figured out what's going on here.
Pretty much.
Okay. You have disadvantage on everything that you do for the first 24 hours of this session.
What?
You're about to use all of Lugzun's powers and abilities with Shucky's knowledge.
Okay, well he got a 9.
So,
My thing has +7 for persuasion.
okay, roll your die.
Which one?
It's
This guy. I got it pulled up. 20?
roll it.
1.
She got a natural 1. So, Lug Shucky does not believe anything she says.
He's like, get away from me, doppelganger! And he shoves him over and runs away.
You go flying backwards and actually smack your head off of a rock, and you take 2 damage.
Great. I'm knocked out again.
Yeah, you have more than 2 health.
I know, but you freaking smack your head off something 9 out of 10 times, you're gonna pass out.
Well, you did roll a nat 1, so sorry.
What?
It should be.
I haven't looked at one of these in a long time.
Oh, God.
Well, that means I don't have any of that surprise or anything either. Because
Right here. See the little number underneath the shields?
36.
That's your starting health.
Okay, and I lost 2.
Yes.
So you can type it in the space underneath where it says.
I'll just make note of it. It's easier.
Why can't you?
Don't know how we get out of this one.
Say donut.
He said he doesn't know how to get out of this one.
Wait, donut's not good.
Now I want donuts. Thanks, Sarah.
You're the one that said it, not me.
I didn't say donuts. You heard me say donuts.
Go back and look at the subtitles. I bet you picked up donut too.
It said Sindona.
It's saying donuts over and over.
Donuts, 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 donuts.
It says, I didn't say donuts. You heard me say donuts.
You said Sindona.
That's what it said for me. Okay, so now what happens?
Well, you ran away. So what direction did you run?
Why would you run away from the one person?
The opposite of.
Well, I know.
Like-
Hang on. I'm trying
like-
to figure out where you guys are positioned in
Which would be right
in the
outside
world.
of the bar.
So he just left the tavern, right? Or the inn. So he's.
She just left the tavern. You just left the inn. So, okay, so you guys are going this way.
Basically,
What?
he's running like the exact opposite way of wherever Shucky's body is.
Yeah.
Because he
okay.
thinks he's a doppelganger or some crap, and he's running away from him.
So you're running west.
Or a
There's
mimic or
a
something.
handful of places you could choose to hide if that's what Shucky's doing.
What locations are available to him as he's fleeing?
The first location would be the Hollow Bee, the general store. The second location would be City Hall. And if he's really running far, he could go to the Temple of Jala.
What's that?
It's right all behind.
What deity is Jala?
Jala is the goddess of wisdom and prophecy.
Okay, I think Shucky is freaked out enough that he's gonna run all the way to a religious building. So he's gonna run all the way there, like he might think he's cursed or being haunted by a ghost or something.
Okay.
So he's running to some place that's like protected in his mind.
A tall white pillar with a small door in the front, and as he's running in, he smacks his head off of the door frame because he's no longer a halfling and he forgot. Or I guess I don't think Shucky realizes he's not a halfling anymore.
Yeah.
But either way, he ducks inside the building real quick, and he sees about 3 or 4 priestesses wearing white gowns with a strange symbol on the hoods that you can add to post as I send it to you again.
So he's basically gonna run in, freaking out, and be like, I found a doppelganger of me. What do I do? Or something like that.
2 of the ladies freak out and they run up the stairs. One lady runs down and says, "We need to get help. If there's truly a doppelganger in the city, then someone has to do something about it. Can you please show me the doppelganger?"
I can take you to where I found him last. He's like stumbling all over his words. For the first time, he can't speak in a couth way. He's like so freaked out. He's like, I can take you to where I saw him last. You know. But,
Okay, go, take me, show me.
right, so he takes him back to where he shoved doppelganger Shucky in the street.
And Shucky Retep is still lying on the ground trying to get up. The priestess looks up at you, mouth open, and goes, "If this is some kind of joke, it's not funny. Next time you show up, I will take you straight to the mayor."
Screw you, lady. That's the doppelganger. It looks exactly like me, but it ain't me.
That's not true whatsoever. You are what the fuck are you? Your race is blank on your character sheet.
He's a half elf.
No, you are a half elf, and that is a halfling.
You're a half liar, lady. Like he's so razzled he can't even think of a good comeback.
How dare you insult me? I am a holy woman. And then she huffs off and
He goes, "Oh, I know how this works. You want to tithe, right?" And he reaches in to take out like a bunch of gold that he presumably doesn't have anymore.
She completely ignores your comment and then walks away. Shucky, what's your move? Or Retep Shucky, what's your move?
Wait, so does
He
he have all the items that Luxon has?
Yes.
Okay, Shucky is gonna try and tie up Doppelganger. Shucky to take him. Basically, he's gonna take him to the police, or he doesn't know what he's gonna do yet, but he knows he's gonna bind him so he can figure out something to do with him.
Okay. Is Shucky the one who bought all that stuff earlier?
No, that was Luxon.
Oh.
Shit. Well, I saw it for a minute.
Okay. So sorry, you don't have a rape whistle.
Should have bought one. Crap, I'm not sure if he has rope on him. He has twine, but
He has twine, and Shucky is a halfling.
Here's a black cowboy hat, twine, 2 pieces of chalk, 2 pounds of salt, oil and whatever. Whistle.
no, like Luxon doesn't have any rope on him.
No, Luxon doesn't have rope. He has twine.
But that's not the same. As he's going through the possessions, I think it should probably dawn on him for the first time that all of his possessions belong to Luxon.
Okay.
It's also a good time to mention that Luxon has a pet crow that follows him around everywhere. I don't know if
Chucky's been like, get out of here, Lugson's crow.
yeah. So the crow's name is Eliza, and it's like his best friend, and it follows him everywhere and stuff. I don't know if the crow knows what's happened, but the crow is following him because that's what it does.
Does the crow have a character sheet?
No.
No, then I'm going to say that it does not realize what's going on.
So basically, he's going through what he thinks are his belongings, and he's realizing for the first time that, like, it's full of Luxon stuff, like his shield and all that crap. Also, he has the tattoo that Luxon has on his wrist.
Okay.
And he's like, what's going on? He's still stupid, so he doesn't know. But he's like, why do I have all Luxon stuff? Who tattooed me in the middle of the night? And all this kind of stuff.
All right, and this whole time, Chucky, you're just walking toward Luxon again, or what?
No. I stand and look at him from afar and, like, watch him, like, I guess, investigating himself.
Okay.
Like, checking himself over and, like, keeps, like, looking at himself. So I begin looking through my bags.
Yeah.
And it says that he has the thieves tool set. And then that had the mirror.
Okay.
So I take a mirror out and I look at myself and I realize that I am not who I was.
Okay. Then you look in the mirror and you realize, holy shit, I'm Chucky.
Yeah.
Chevy shook his shit.
And at that point, I will try to holler over at Luxon and assume that he has a similar fate to what I do, and that's why he's so meh.
Okay, so you're just going to yell at him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't have a whistle. I looked. I have a rope.
Oh, damn.
What?
I was really hoping that Chucky had some sort of like shouting spell, so you'd accidentally set the spell.
Yo.
Okay, so you just holler at him.
Yeah.
What do you say? This conversation is now between you two.
I'm thinking, is that supposed to be me?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know you. You're a handsome little devil.
I told you. Peter Dinklage times
I
Bradley
can see
Cooper.
a little bit of Bradley Cooper with that.
Yeah, they're both handsome guys.
So what do you do? Don't touch
So
those. Those aren't for you.
shut up. I'm trying to see. I guess I just
Just yell
try
something. Why do you
to
keep reading?
because
through-
I'm trying to see which specials.
You don't know any of Chucky's specials.
No, but he has a sneak attack. But I don't
Okay.
need
Are
an
you gonna
attack.
kill me?
I was gonna try sneaking on you so you don't fucking punch
This has
me
already
into the
gone
wall.
off the rails.
I'm sorry.
You
I
use stealth.
said
That's different from a sneak attack.
try. I'm going to introduce myself as who I really am instead of as Chucky.
Okay, so you scream, I am Retep, I am evil.
Oh my God.
I say, what's going on? Why am I in Chucky's body?
So, are you talking to yourself or are you talking to Luxon?
How far away is he? Like block?
At this point, you guys are probably like 30 feet away, you think?
Am I close enough to have like a decent conversation?
You're close enough to him that if you speak loudly, he can hear what you're saying. Not quite screaming at him, but
Okay, then I choose my words again.
Okay.
What's his name?
His name is Luxon.
Luxon. Okay, I just say, you're not Luxon, are you?
I'm Chucky. Why? Stop talking to me. How did you get my body?
Then I will say that I am Recap. And I awoke in your body this morning with a hangover from hell.
Me, Rita. Are you evil?
I guess Chucky's gonna be like, who do I look like?
you'd answer.
Luxon. That's
I think Chucky's probably starting to realize what's happening at this point. And
Okay.
he's like, but he's still not totally convinced. He's like, oh, I'm not Luxon. If I was Luxon, I could do this. And he like waves his hands because he sees Luxon always using Eldritch Blast. And so he's like, oh, if I was Luxon, then I could do it too. And he like flicks his hands in the air. And I assume accidentally sets off an Eldritch Blast randomly in town.
Okay. So I want you to roll. Let's see. What would that be?
Actually, he has his wand, I guess I should say. He has his wand, and he's like flipping it around. Oh, if I was Luxon, I could use Eldritch Blast.
Okay. I don't know what that would consider. I never thought about this one roll. I guess do an intelligence check.
3?
3?
Yes.
Okay. The Eldritch Blast shoots out of the tip of the wand, barely misses. Let's see, you guys are right here. Barely misses Shucky Rita and hits the side of the skewered boar. The side of the building is on fire. What do you do? I'm assuming you freak the fuck out first.
Yes. Let's see.
I can picture one of those scenes. You said he's got a wand. He just kind of like looks back and forth, and he looks at the wand, and just kind of fucking chucks it away.
So how big is the fire?
Small fire.
Like
You're
a
not very-
candle or a torch or a small campfire?
Probably a small campfire.
Okay. After he's done freaking out, he's like trying to just use magic and crap. And then I don't know if he knows if he can use it or not, but Luxon has a spell, cantrip called Prestidigitation that can light or snuff small flames like that.
Okay.
So if he can figure out or how to accidentally use it or something, he can put it out. But I don't know if he knows how to put it out with magic.
What is a tinderbox?
Okay. Roll intelligence again. Tinderbox is what makes fire.
15.
15. Okay, you channel your inner memory of Luxon's special little hand wave, and somehow you manage to snuff out the fire.
He's like, whoa, I can do magic. He's like freaking out because he's actually, it's kind of stupid. He does know magic, but he's like, it's a different kind of magic, like than what he's used to. He's like, oh, I can use his magic and all this kind of stuff.
Okay.
Here's a question.
What?
He starts trying out his tattoo, his Illuminator's tattoo. Like he's just writing crap in the air with his hand.
Okay. Quick question: what are the rules of the tattoos? I still haven't gone through the cauldron.
Okay. It says, while this tattoo is on your skin, you can write with your fingertip as if it were an ink pen that never runs out of ink. As an action, you can touch a piece of writing up to 1 page in length and speak a creature's name. The writing becomes invisible to everyone other than you and the named creature for the next 24 hours. Either of you can dismiss the invisibility by touching the script. So basically, he's just finding stuff to write on, and he's writing with his finger. He's like, I always wanted to be able to do this. So he's just finding anything to write on.
What are the rules of the tattoos in general? Not that one specifically. Like, is it just you get the tattoo and then you have the power to do it, or do you have to learn something to be able to use it?
I think having the tattoo. I think it depends on the tattoo. So like there are some tattoos that can let you do a spell, sort of like a scroll. This one, it's just a tattoo around the wrist, and basically it lets the user have the ability. So I'm assuming that he's seen Luxin right with his finger, and he's just trying it out, and it's letting him do it because the tattoo lets him be able to use his finger as an ink pen.
Okay, so he doesn't have to actually like learn anything to be able to use it.
He's not actually casting anything. He's
just running around drawing on shit with his fingers.
Yeah, because he's always wanted to be able to do it, and he never could because he didn't have the magical tattoo.
Okay. What is Shucky Retep doing at this point? You see Lugs and Shucky running around drawing on buildings and shit.
After we just put a fire out.
Yes.
Well, I get Lugs and Shucky, whatever, to calm the hell down for a second, and I show him the piece of cloth that I found in my pocket. And
he starts writing on it.
He destroyed your only piece of evidence.
I asked him if he knows what it means or what it is, since it was technically in his pocket.
He hands it. He shows it to him, and he's like writing on it. And then he realizes what it is, and he's like, "Oh, I found it too." And he pulls out his piece of cloth, and they compare it, I guess.
Well, I asked you where the one I have came from because it was found on your person.
I explain wherever it was I found it. I don't remember where.
You know what I'm talking about?
I tell him whatever room it was in, and where I found it.
But how did you get the one the night before?
How'd I get what?
How'd you find the one from the night before?
I woke up in your body, and it was in your pocket.
While you guys are talking, Luxin Shucky realizes that there are a couple of city guards coming towards you, but Luxin, or not Luxin, Retep Shucky doesn't realize this.
She's a smart one.
Yeah, she also has a passive perception of 10.
But Shucky Luxin sees guards coming toward them.
Yeah, you see guards coming. You do not.
So I take my backpack and basically sort of usher fake Shucky away. I'm like, we need to get out of here. We can talk about this later.
Do you follow?
Yeah.
Okay, where do you guys go, I guess? You're going to try and outrun the guards.
No, we're not outrunning them. We're just acting like we see them.
We're just walking away.
Kind of like when you're driving down the street and there's a cop behind you. You're not doing nothing wrong, but you're still trying to get away from them.
All right, Alex, roll a dexterity check. Sarah, you do the same.
Which one is that?
And then
5.
you get a 5.
Well, I have disadvantage on everything.
Yeah.
Dexterity +3. So I got not.
Okay, so it was the 6 from before.
Why?
Because you have disadvantage. Because you're not used to the abilities that this character has.
But I also have +3.
Yeah, but you're also in a body that's dumber than your original body.
So.
Shut the fuck
It's not
up.
the body that's smart. It's the mind that uses it.
Well, then I'm smart. I suck.
All right. As you're trying to dip away behind a building, you guys run face first into the chest of 3 more guards. They ask you, are you the ones that lit the bar on fire?
Do you see a fire? And I sort of gesture toward where there's no fire, but probably scorch marks.
Roll persuasion.
Non-natural 20.
Non-natural 20?
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess I don't see a fire. It must have been a false alarm. All right. I guess you guys are free to go.
Before they leave, I ask if they've seen a person in an all. I basically describe all the other people. So I describe fake Peter with his name.
Retap.
I describe Retep. I describe Lee, and I describe Zaylee as she is with her full traveling gear on because she never wants to be seen as a merfolk. I'm pretty sure that's everyone else in the party, right?
Maria.
Oh yeah. I also describe Marianne.
Marianne. No, I said
Yeah.
Maria.
It's close enough. Basically, I describe everyone else and ask if they've been seen or if they know where they are.
He says he remembers seeing somebody who fits the description of Brock Lee at the tavern last night, but he hasn't seen him today, and he doesn't know what happened to him after he left. But other than that, he hasn't seen any of the other members of your party.
Okay. Well, he thanks him, I guess. He didn't do anything, but...
Okay. All right, the guards leave then.
So Shucky turns and is all like, "We gotta find the others, dog. This is not okay. This is not coolio." As he's writing things still on things.
Is he writing stuff the whole time the guards are there?
No, he stopped when they came because he didn't want to get in trouble. But as soon as they leave, he went back to writing on anything he could find.
Okay.
He's like, "This is so cool."
And I got a bottle of Jack Daniels and Code Red Mountain Dew.
What?
Did you know
Do those
that the
even
Mountain
mix?
Dew was specifically invented to mix with whiskey because Coke and Pepsi both tasted bad with it?
No.
And Sarah has a giant goddamn cup of butterbeer, which is
Ew.
filled with
You.
butterscotch schnapps.
Woo!
So she's about to be shot for real.
I've got.
RC Cola. Ooh.
A&W root beer.
So I have a beer of my own.
You need to drink that with Pinnacle Whip. It tastes like root beer floats.
Sake bomb, sake bomb, sake bomb. I got kicked out of a Japanese bar because we showed up drunk already, and we walked in and we sat down, and the lady asked us what we wanted, and we started chanting sake bomb, sake bomb, sake bomb. And Gabe was like, I'll say sake, you say bomb, sake bomb, sake bomb. And we were screaming at the top of our lungs, and the manager came out and he's like, "We have to ask you guys to leave because we can't serve someone who's already that drunk." We're like, "We're not that drunk. We're not that drunk."
Wait. What time was it?
It was like 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, it was when I was still working for FedEx. So I went to work at 3 a.m. and I got off at like 7.
Mm-hmm.
So when we got off work, we went out for unlimited mimosas. But yeah, anyway. And then we spent the next like 3 months blaming another coworker. We're like, "Sergio, you're the reason we got kicked out. You wouldn't shut up when we sat down." Anyway, so yeah, you guys just got away from the police or the city guard.
Do we know for a fact that they're coming after us?
They were coming after whatever caused the fucking explosion at the bar.
So then we leave the scene. Where's the pub at?
The pub is right here,
So where's the mayor's office?
right there.
Okay, well, I select to go to the mayor's office because you were with him last night.
Is there a town map?
I have one I can send you a picture of. Technically, you guys don't have it, but you've been walking around the town enough that I feel like you should know like where everything is. Since you don't know what all the buildings are, I can just send you the picture of the small map, and then when you go to those buildings, I can explain what they are.
Just send me a big one later so I can put them in for post.
Okay.
But since the only thing you really know about anything is that you yourself was at the bar drinking with the mayor, and that's the only lead I have so far. That was my last person seen with.
What
He's
she's
not-
trying to say,
Chucky's not paying attention because he's trying to check out his business. That's not really his business.
he's looking at his dick.
That's what I thought he meant.
Roll a perception check.
What? Eight.
8. Ooh.
Yeah.
Shucky is sorely disappointed with what he sees in his pants.
Is he disappointed?
He's like,
of
I
the-
want. He
Or
says,
he's
I,
bigger.
he says, I wonder if that's the half elf or the half Shisno.
Probably the half Shisno.
Okay. We make our way to the mayor's
Will
office.
you make your way to the mayor's office? Shucky wasn't listening to you.
I proceed to drag Shucky along with me.
Lugs and Shucky.
Legs and Shucky.
He says, oh, you're really returp, right? Returp. Wait, returp? What's his name?
Yeah,
Retap.
it's Peter
Oh.
backwards.
He's like, oh, you're actually retap, right?
Yes.
Oh, you're a chick. You want to see this while you can? He's so secretive. You know, he never lets us know anything about him. You sure you don't want to see while we can?
So,
Hang on a second.
are you trying to show me
You guys.
Luxons or Shuckies?
He's trying to show you Luxons while he has it.
No.
He's
I was just like, if it was Shuckies, like, look at it. Like, no, I don't care if you want me to look at it. I don't want to look at it.
no, he's asking if he wants to see Luxons.
No, a hard pass.
He just shrugs and he's like, your loss.
Probably not.
I'm in outer space.
I've got a big ass thing of freaking alcohol in front of me. We got like I don't know what size they are, but like at Quick Trip they have refills 97 cents, like any size you bring in.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just got these cups for like $4, and we go up there and we refill them all the time. And he mixed this drink of the butterscotch schnapps and cream soda. And he mixed it all together and put it in one of these pitchers and then put it in the fridge.
Butterscotch schnapps, cream soda mixed with butter extract. And then
Sounds
with
disgusting.
It's very good, actually.
That's so too, but it's actually really good. I don't like cream soda. I think cream soda is disgusting, but that stuff is
Well,
good.
Needless to say, I
Because
took
it
a
has
little.
booze in it.
Huh?
Because it has booze in it.
Well, if you can consider schnapps booze, it's basically a wine cooler.
It's more like
That's
a
why I'm
flavor.
drinking whiskey.
But needless to say, I took the lid off of it to find the Cool Whip to put the Cool Whip on top, and he's like, "Are you gonna drink it out of that?" I was like, "We can share. I got more than one straw." He's like, "Nothing."
Unless she was gonna pour it into like smaller cups or something. She's drinking it out of a fucking gallon.
Is that what it is?
Pretty much.
Drinking a gallon of butter. What do I keep saying? Butternut.
I don't know. Just slow down, I guess.
So we're going to the mayor's office or something, right?
Yep. Well, she is dragging you to the mayor's office. Are you gonna let her?
When you left, he was
I guess. Yeah. He doesn't want to be by himself. So
All right, you walk up to a large building. It looks like an old-fashioned log cabin, but it's way larger. There's 2 double doors with 2 sentries, 2 guards standing on both sides of the door.
we walk in.
All right. You walk in. As you walk in, you see that there is a flat ground with, let's say, 4 long tables with people doing business, talking, lawyers, shit like that. And then there's a balcony above with a single set of stairs that lead up through the middle. And then there is a large desk and a man with white hair sitting at that desk.
Do we recognize anyone in the room?
You do not.
So the mayor's not in there.
Hmm?
So the mayor's not in there.
You're going to have to ask around and find out.
Okay. Does the mayor have a secretary?
The mayor is... It's a giant open room. You can ask anybody. This isn't like City Hall in America. This is a fantasy world. There's no walls in this room.
I go up to the first person I see and ask them if they can tell me where to find the mayor. And
Yeah, he's right up there. He's sitting at the sitting at his desk. Huh?
You said we didn't recognize
You
him.
don't?
But wouldn't he?
Huh?
Wouldn't he?
Would he?
Yeah,
Why?
because he drank with him the night before.
Really?
What? Stop! Stop doing that.
So what do? You find out that the mayor is the one at the top of the stairs sitting at the large desk by himself.
Go talk to him.
What was the name of the guy that drank with us? Or
He said that his name was Andrew Wilcox.
Oh, I guess I failed to mention that part to him.
Yeah, she
I-
found that out earlier. Technically, your
Andrew
guy
is-
doesn't know that yet.
Andrew is the mayor.
I go up to the mayor and I'm like, hail, I am Lugson.
All right. Are you going to tell him, like, this is Mayor Andrew Wilcox? This is the guy you were drinking with last night? Because you
I'm sure he'd
technically
figure it out as soon as he stood up.
You have not told him that information yet. He does not know that the guy he was drinking with last night was the mayor.
Does he remember what he looks like?
Sir, are you going to tell him or not?
Yeah, I'll tell him. But if he's already introduced himself to the mayor, then he would already see that the mayor is the same guy that he was drinking with last night.
Lugs and Shucky, after hearing the information that Andrew Wilcox is the same man sitting in front of him, realizes that he doesn't recognize this man. This is not the man that he was drinking with last night.
Oh.
I still do what I said I did.
So then wait.
You walk up and introduce yourself. The mayor stands up and says, "Hello, I am Mayor Wilcox." And he reaches out his hand to shake.
I shake it back. The firm handshake.
Firm handshake.
Like a man.
Says, "I am the mayor of this small harbor town. Is there anything I can help you with?"
I find myself in a bit of a pickle that I was hoping to seek your counsel on.
Okay. Anything I can do to help?
I drank with a man last night who claimed to be whatever his name was.
Andrew Wilcox.
Who claimed to be Andrew Wilcox.
Well, that's possible. I'm the only Andrew Wilcox here, and I don't drink. I've never stepped foot in the pub.
I know my first move. I'm going to the pub because the manager, the owner, is who told me that he was the mayor, and he said that that's who we were with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a conversation, so you can do whatever you want.
So you head out the back. What do you say?
I basically explained to him that this man claiming to be basically claimed to have that name, like drank with me and he poisoned me or roofied me or something. And I was hoping he would have any information about his true identity or his whereabouts. And I describe his physical appearance as best as I can remember them.
What you describe is a small man, probably about 5'8", wearing a black cloak covering his eyes with a white shaggy beard about medium length and a fairly large nose. And the mayor says, I don't know anybody that looks like that, but I can tell you that we've had strange reports of people showing up in multiple places, or a hooded figure like you're describing claiming to be people that he's not. We've never caught any suspects. It's more of like an urban legend around here.
I basically ask if any of my party members have met with him today, and I just give him like a brief description of their appearances.
No, I haven't seen anybody that fit those descriptions ever, actually, let alone today.
Okay. Well, I thank him for his time.
Okay. I'm sorry that there isn't more I could do to help.
No problem. And he makes his leave and goes out at City Hall.
Okay.
What's fake Shucky doing? this whole time?
Fake Shucky went to the
She left
tavern.
without me, right?
The door is still locked. Assuming you knock on the door.
Yeah, I figured the door would be unlocked once the building caught on fire, but
Pretty sure the building catching on fire is probably why he locked the door.
knock on the door looking for the bar owner. I forgot his name.
After a couple minutes, you hear some shimmying of the locks, and Johnny Boar opens the door.
Asking why he lied to me.
What do you mean? I've never lied to you.
You told me last night that I was with that Andrew, what's his face, Wilcox, and that he was the mayor of this town, and I just went and met the mayor, and that is not him.
Well, I didn't lie to you. When he came up and interrupted me and introduced himself to you, he introduced himself as Andrew Wilcox. I've never seen him in the bar before, but he was also wearing a hood, so I thought maybe the mayor just liked to drink in disguise.
Have you ever seen this man before?
Sure, I've seen him a handful of times over the years. I never really knew who he was until last night.
I don't know how to word it. I asked when he's seen him over the years, has he seen the actual mayor, or has he seen the guy dressed like that, introducing himself as the mayor?
I've seen the guy in the hood before. He's never introduced himself to me. I see him talking to people occasionally, and that's about it. This is a tavern. If they're not sitting at the bar, then they're not my responsibility to talk to. People come in here to mind their own business, and that's what they get.
I show him the note with Alex's scribbles all over it, and focus out to the actual thing and ask him if he's seen anything like that before.
I don't know.
Yes.
No, I was just looking. I have no idea what the role would be to see how much of the note Alex destroyed when he wrote on it. I'll just say that he can pick out.
You could do a
bits and pieces.
percentile, and like whatever it lands on, that's how much of it has been scribbled on.
Okay.
So if you get like 37, that's 37% has writing on it. That's not the original writing.
Mhm.
You know how to do the percentile rolls?
Yeah, the tens and the singles.
Basically,
The
the two
11%.
tens.
So actually, he didn't destroy that much of it. So he looks at it and he says, well, to be completely honest with you, I don't really recognize the symbols on here. It sort of looks like a religious symbol, but I'm not a religious man.
Right. So I gotta go to the temple that Alex yelled at earlier.
Yeah, but you didn't yell at it, and Alex is technically still on his way to find you since you left in the middle of his conversation.
I'm not going to find her.
Okay.
Well, I
I'm
choose
going somewhere else
to
entirely.
Okay.
find Alex and I guess not Alex. Find Lug, then
You don't-
Chucky, whatever.
She has
Chucky.
no idea where I went.
Yeah. What direction? What building are you going to, Alex?
Shuggy is looking for the companions. So he's going to try and find the spots he thinks they might go to. So he's going to go to a library first to see if he can find Mary Ann.
The library would be City Hall.
Well, since she wasn't there, he's going to go look for like a magic shop or someplace that sells magical items.
There is no magic shop in this small city. The closest thing to a magic shop would have been the temple. They don't really like you that much.
They just want you to meet up with me. That's all it is.
No, this is a small sort of backwards town. Kind of like this is like Hickville of Witren.
Right.
So he's going to go check the coasts to see if he can find Zaylee.
Okay.
Or the beach, I guess. The ports, wherever the water is.
Okay, he's walking around the waterfronts, and he sees no sign. Sees a handful of boats out on the water, but nobody actually pulled into the docks. There's a fisherman at the end of one of the docks, though.
I guess he'll go up and ask him if he's seen anyone fitting the description of his companions.
He says that the lady covered in heavy clothing with the jester's hat on, he saw her walking around the docks late last night, just right up there in the small house, and I could hear a bunch of noise. And when I took a look at her out the window, I decided not to investigate because she was shouting something into the water.
Okay, well, Chucky thanks him and drops him he has to check how much gold he actually has on him. He drops him like 10 copper for the information.
Okay.
And then he goes to investigate the house. Then he
goes to investigate the fisherman's house?
Wherever he said he saw the woman.
The woman was walking on the beach in front of his house, so it's like 50, 60 yards to the west of you.
Well, he's going to investigate wherever the scene was that she was last seen. Okay. See if he can find any clues.
I need a description of her clothing.
So she has a black traveler's cloak, a black scarf, a black wide-brimmed hat, black leather gloves, leather boots. She has a necklace of severed Shisno and elf fingers, and a white sash around the waist.
Okay. Lugs and Shucky finds a black scarf lying on the ground next to several footprints in the sand.
Wait, what's he find?
A black scarf.
Okay.
He finds oddly familiar. Looks like it could belong to his companion.
He basically wraps the scarf around his neck.
Okay.
What?
That's all he finds.
After waiting for 20 minutes, I decide to go ahead and head to the temple to see if they can help me with the letter that I found.
Okay, you walk into the temple, and there are 3 priestesses standing there waiting to greet you. They're religious people, so yes.
Is there a deity for the halflings?
What?
Is there a deity for the halflings on this island?
There is not. The halflings can choose a deity.
Okay.
Is it,
Didn't you say they're not native to the island?
No, they are not. They are slave trade victims, and that's the only reason that they're on the island. And there are very few left. It's brutal. I added the halflings 3 days ago because Alex mentioned them, and I had no idea what to do with them.
Well, I introduced myself.
As who?
As what?
Retep.
So you guys gonna start going by your original names, or?
Yes.
Okay.
So that way,
speak for me.
Well, I am.
She's going as Retep.
And then I introduced myself and asked them a little bit about themselves.
We are the Sisters of Jala. We worship the goddess Jala. She provides us with wisdom and helps us survive in a mad world that is unpredictable.
Okay. Speaking of being unpredictable, Can you tell me if you know what this means? And give her the paper. And tell her to ignore the writing. Additional writing.
The head priestess takes the cloth from your hand, looks at it, and says, "This is most definitely a religious symbol, but it is unassociated with our goddess. So the only place that you could possibly find more information would be the Temple of the Gods on the other side of the mountains.
How do I get there?
There are two ways to get on the other side of the mountain. You can either take a boat to Sting Harbor on the other side of the island, or you can travel through the mountains.
I take this
You shouldn't travel through the mountains alone. What you shouldn't do.
I take this information and go back to Langston Chucky.
You don't know where he is.
I go try to find him.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Yeah.
Roll again and modifiers. 2. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't see him anywhere.
Short people problems.
All right, Alex.
So he's chilling on the beach right now, going through the backpack again. Going through all of his stuff. Wonders why he has a whistle. And he takes out this like really ominous Necronomicon, which is like a book he has because he's a warlock.
Okay.
So he's flipping through this really disturbing like book of, I think it's called the Book of Shadows, and it's like sort of the covenant he has with the deity. Didn't we agree it was Rorlund?
Yes.
Rorlund? So he's going through this book that he got from Rorlund, the deity of deceit and madness.
Perception check.
Do what?
Roll a perception check.
Okay. Don't forget there's also a religion stat. Perception?
You're right. Actually, well, no, because I think it would probably... No, I think what I'm doing is perception, whether or not you would notice something.
And 22.
22?
Yep.
As you're flipping through the pages, you notice that there's a symbol inside of the Necronomicon, or the Book of Shadows, that matches the symbol on the piece of cloth that you found in the room.
Were the symbols on both our cloths the same?
Yes.
Okay. I take out the cloth and I compare it to the sigil in the book.
You notice that the bottom symbol that looks slightly like an E is in the book with the caption underneath, Sigil of Rorlid. But there is no trace of the pyramid symbol.
Signal of what? Signal of what?
Sigil.
Sigil, sorry.
Of Rorlid.
Warlid?
Roar.
Lud.
Lud.
Warlid. Okay.
The god of deceit and madness.
Fuck. Okay.
He kind of looks up at Eliza the crow that's on his shoulder, and he's like, "What's this about? This is like an evil book. Why does he have this?" And he
Caw! Caw! That's her response.
he's like, "I wish you could talk." Actually,
does Rorlid have like talk to animals or something?
yeah, Luxon has.
Rorlid,
Luxon can speak with animals. Actually,
so you would understand her. Like she would talk to you. It would probably freak you the fuck out the first time. But
if he
you
casts it,
her.
I don't know if he knows that he has speak with animals as a spell though. He can do it for free, but I don't know if he knows that he can talk to animals.
Well, you're a warlock who just said out loud, "I wish you could talk to me."
But he doesn't know how to use his powers.
He has no idea.
Like he has no idea that Luxon can in fact talk to animals.
I've got an idea. All right. You accidentally cast that spell, and now she is talking to you. What would a bird say in this
I don't know.
situation?
Does she know that I'm not really her master? I guess that's the real question.
I'm sure from observation she figures it out.
No, because without talk to animals, I don't think animals can understand.
Not unless they're smart enough.
No, it's different. Those are one-word commands.
Oh.
It's sound recognition. It's not speech recognition. So she looks down at you and says, "What do you mean, Master? This is the source of all of your powers."
Holy crap! You can talk?
Well, of course, we talk all the time.
Oh, I get it. I'm not really Luxon. I'm Shucky. We've never actually spoken before, but I see you all the time.
What do you mean you're not my master?
It's kind of complicated, but I'm pretty sure we switch minds.
Then we have to find him. We
That's
have
what I'm
to get
trying
him
to do. We have to find everyone. You see this scarf? It was Zayle's missing too. Retap is in my body. I don't know what's going on. Some priestesses yelled at me. Like, what's the deal with this book? This is creepy as balls, dog. Or I mean, crow.
This is where my master gets all of his powers. He made a pact with the god Rorlid. That's who gives him his powers.
Oh, that makes sense. No wonder he's so emo. Okay.
Yeah.
So these symbols match. You know what this means?
Oh yes, that's the symbol of Rorlid. That's one of the symbols that are used to summon him.
Hey, Eliza, does he ever talk to Rorland?
Occasionally, yes, he does.
Do you know how he does that? Like, does he have to do a ritual or to like?
There is a ritual that needs to be performed to speak with him, but I don't know all of the components that he needs. I can't read.
Say, Eliza, you're a bird.
Yes.
Could you like fly around and see if you find anyone in town? I'll wait right here.
Certainly.
Sweet.
She flies around for a little bit, a couple minutes pass by, and she comes back and she says, "Well, I saw Shucky walking down the street leaving the temple, but that's who you are. So I guess I saw Retep. But
Yep.
That's it. That's the only person I saw. At least the only person I recognized."
Shucky like puts the stuff back in the bag, and he's like, "Well, better go meet up with her so we can find the real Luxon.
Excellent.
Can you take me to Shucky?"
Of course, follow me. And she slowly flies in front of you.
And I follow the crow.
And you meet up with Retep in front of the temple.
I
show up and I just go, "I can talk to animals."
That's cool. I share with you the information that I have found from the priestesses.
You have to tell him the information.
Oh, we
You're
have to
talking
go.
as a person.
Sorry, we have to go to the temple of. What was it?
Temple of the Gods.
We have to go to the temple of gods on the other side of the mountains.
We might find Lee. He loves the mountains. We better head there. What do you think, Eliza?
Yeah. Yeah. You notice that her yeahs are starting to sound like crows again.
I take out. I like rummage through the bag. I take out. He has a hex blade dagger that he got from his deal with the deity. And he takes out the wand and he's like just holding both in each hand. And I'm like, "Hey, so you know how to use like what spells does he know, or is it just in the book?" I'm pretty sure they'd be in the book.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'd be in the book as well, but I'm also sure that the book would be filled with spells that he doesn't know as well. So
I think for warlocks, like if they have the book, like the book is sort of like a wizard spell book where it has all their knowledge or whatever. And as long as they have the book, they can cast the spells or something. I don't know.
okay, so then all of his books are in the, or all of his spells are in the book. He keeps the ones that he uses the most in the first couple of pages.
Cool.
They just have a list of all of his spells.
You want something shiny? I got a shiny copper. Birds like shiny things, right? Well, I don't have any worms. What do you eat? Or do you feed yourself?
I can feed myself.
Oh,
and
cool.
I will take a silver piece if you've got one.
Fling! I like flick it up in the air for her.
She caught it in her mouth.
Awesome.
She flies away for a few minutes and then comes back without the silver piece.
Okay.
That's that.
So I tell fake me that we should probably prepare to head out for the mountains. So if there's any shopping she needs to do, she should do it in preparation for the mountain trip.
Yes, she should. Luxon says to Rita that if you need any supplies before we head to the mountains, you need to get them now.
Oh, let me check. Let me see what all I know. Do we know how long this journey is?
According to the map that you got when departing the ship, or that you had on your, according to the map that one of you has, or both of you has, it is about a 2 days journey through the mountain to the other side of the mountain.
Shucky's going to go to the general store and see if they have any maps for sale that he doesn't have.
Okay. And you walk in, and Owen tells you, this is the only map we have. And he holds up a map, the same map that you have. He said it's the standard map that's shipped out to every general store from the Republic of Aerostorm.
So what is the map of? Is it the island?
Yeah, it's the map that I sent you a picture of.
Okay. So, map of the Isle of Witren.
Witren.
Okay.
No.
Hey, cool. Thanks. And then I go.
I've got a lot of stuff.
Okay. As you're getting ready to leave a Hollow Bee, you notice Mayor Wilcox walking up to you and says, I saw you bought a map. Are you getting ready to head out of town?
I tell him we're heading up to the mountains.
Oh, well, I'd be very careful if I were you. There have been rumors of a man in armor guarding the gates to the mountains. And, well, he's been causing a lot of problems around here. Honestly, if you guys could take care of him for me, I would give you a nice little payday for your troubles. I mean, since you're headed in that way anyway.
I'll tell him we'll do what we can.
Awesome.
Does that mean we gotta come back here to get the reward?
Huh? Yeah, if you want the reward for
Committing
disbanding.
homicide.
Okay, then I guess we're off. We're off into the mountains.
You are off to see the wizard.
The wonderful wizard of
Ah,
the Temple of Gods.
yes.
No, it's over the mountain and through the woods. That's where it is.
To grandmother's house we go.
You're already in Grandma's house.
Very true.
All right. On your way to the mountain, you're following a small dirt path, and you notice something shiny up ahead.
Do we notice it, or does it burn?
What? you see the sun glint off of something that is clearly metal.
Okay. We walk up to it and see what it is. I walk up to it.
I don't do that.
Okie dokie. Roll for initiative.
Way to go, Sarah.
Oh,
Do we get disadvantage on initiative too?
No, not initiative. Oh, fine.
7.
Okay, so it's Sarah, you, and then Sarah, you, and then I'll go.
what do I do?
You roll perception, both of you. Roll again.
9.
Modifiers.
Perception?
Yeah.
9.
Okay.
0.
You have 0?
0 perception.
Okay. You guys just noticed that this knight in armor is running towards you.
Oh, that's a big piece of metal, moving metal. Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Are we
He's sprinting at you with a sword in hand.
at the gate?
No, he's between you and the mountains.
Oh, do I have?
A list of things that you can do on your character sheet.
I
Yeah.
have the rapier thing or whatever. I don't like saying rapier or something.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Alex has the rapier.
And I am Chucky.
No. Lugson bought the rapier. Lugson bought all of that shit. Oh, Shucky started with a rapier. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's a long
Okay.
sword, right?
It's like a fencing sword, but it is a sword, yes.
Oh, yeah, I hold it up in like defense in case he tries to attack us. So kind of like
So you don't do anything.
No.
That's an action, I think.
So you're just going to block as your action?
Yeah, I don't want to start fight if he's not the bad guy.
You can use a dodge as an action.
Maybe he's terrified.
He's sprinting at you. You're going to use dodge as your
Yeah.
action. So then that would be acrobatics.
Dodge. Basically, when you use the dodge action, you focus entirely on avoiding attacks. Until the start of your next turn, any attack roll made against you has disadvantage if you can see the attacker and you make a dexterity saving throw with advantage, which, with disadvantage, would just make it a normal roll.
Okay. Well, then that's it. Now it's Alex's turn to see what he does.
Those guys are
So he's got his shield in left hand. He's got a sword, or he's got a wand in the right hand, but he doesn't really know what he's doing. So he's trying to use Eldritch Blast again, but this time on purpose.
Okay.
So he's like, Eldritch Blasto or something.
Okay.
No, that's not great. So that's a 7.
That does not hit.
Well, then he runs away 30 feet.
Okay. All right. Shucky or Retep is the one. Sorry, where's my die?
Oh, sorry.
Is the one who ran forward to try and greet this strange person.
But also dodge.
Right. Whatever.
It's kind of like, hey.
As the knight runs at you. Don't read those. Stop it. As the knight runs at you, he's going to throw his body at you. What's your armor class?
16.
16.
It hits, unfortunately.
By 1.
That's without modifiers. So he slams his body against you and does 6 damage.
That's quite a bit.
Yes, it is. And
For a halfling.
in the same motion, why do you keep taking my dice back? In the same motion, the sword in his hand flies through the air at Shucky. That's a 2. So the sword misses, I'm assuming. I hope you have an armor class higher than 2.
Oh.
And you notice a peculiar thing happen. The sword flies back to the knight's hand.
Oh. Am I still down?
What do you mean? He got slammed into you. He didn't knock you down. He just kind of like fucking upright body slammed
I
you.
was like, if you were like chest bump me, I would go flying, and I probably wouldn't get up for a little bit.
Okay.
Reality.
So it's Sarah's turn again.
Shit, I don't know what this bitch do. I do a minor illusion to try to wait. This sleep spell, is that like actually like you go to sleep or you put people to sleep?
You put people. Why would you have a spell that puts you to sleep?
You know what? I wish I did sometimes.
Okay. Let's. What did I do?
I don't know.
Medium should be right here.
Go to sleep. Ah, see, another good reason to have a sleep potion.
Right.
What?
Motherfucker. I have this thing on my phone that tells me all the spells and shit. And I had it downloaded on my other phone, but didn't have it downloaded on this phone.
There's a website that has all the spells on it.
Yeah, I just thought I was expecting it to be on my phone, so
Yeah.
I didn't have the site pulled up.
Do you want me to tell you what it does?
Yeah, if you can get it up quicker than I can, which I'm guessing you can because my Google Chrome isn't responding.
Wait, what are we looking at?
The spells.
Roll 5d8, and then the total is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect. Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points. So basically, she rolls 5d8, and that's how many hit points she can make someone sleep, basically. So if she rolls 5d8, and the total is higher than his HP, then he's put to sleep. If it's lower, then it fails.
26.
26. Okay. And that's anything in range?
Within 20 feet of a point they choose. So within 20 feet of any point they choose, and the range is 90 feet.
Okay. So she rolled a 26. The sword hits the ground with a clang, but the knight is still standing.
Okay.
Okay.
I think Alex might know what's happening now.
It's a robot.
Not a robot.
Not Loxus. What's your name?
Luxon.
Luxon. What is the meaning of this?
I'm Shucky.
Sorry, I thought you said you weren't going by Lux, or you weren't going by Shucky earlier.
My name is Shucky.
Fine, Shucky. What is the meaning of this?
Why would I know? I have no clue what's going on.
I'm pretty sure by this, your character is older than me.
Alex, I'm pretty sure knows what's going on. That doesn't mean Shucky knows what's going on.
I was trying.
We don't meta play, Sarah.
Meta what?
Never mind.
So is it my turn, or is she moving?
So he dropped the sword, but he's still standing.
The sword hit the ground, but the knight is still standing, yes. And you used your action. Are you going to run away in any direction, or are you done with your turn?
I'm done with my turn.
Okay, it's Luxon's turn, or Shucky's turn.
He's gonna use vicious mockery.
Okay.
I have to look up the spell. I'm pretty sure it's a saving throw. So they have to make a wisdom saving throw against DC 15.
Okay, hang on a second. Everything's done downloading on my phone, so now I gotta find Vicious Mockery.
I just told you they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, but what? It's a psychic spell, right?
It does psychic damage, yeah.
Okay, he's immune to it. Yeah, there's no effect on the words that are thrown his way. The words have no effect on him.
But you could still have disadvantage if I succeed. That's not psychic damage.
Okay.
So he has to make a wisdom saving throw against DC 15.
Oh, son of a bitch. Wait. I can't count backwards.
What are you trying to do?
He got a 15.
I'm not sure what happens in the case of a tie. The GM usually decides that. Do they have to match it or do they have to beat it?
I think they have to beat it.
Okay.
So he did not make the saving throw.
So he gets disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Okay.
And then I continue to move 30 feet away.
All right.
Shucky's a long distance fighter. So
Shucky maybe, but is log shot or whatever?
It doesn't matter because he's Shucky. He's doing what Shucky's natural instincts would tell him to
Oh, I figured it was going to do like body size and shit. But then I guess she's a half size thing.
do. All right. The knight throws himself at you in a non-sexual way. You didn't back up or anything. You're still standing directly next to
You
him.
said that he dropped the sword, but he was still standing, and I was trying to figure out, like, is still standing as in, like, he's frozen, or, like, still standing as in he's not down?
well, you didn't ask.
All right, 15 with the disadvantage. What's your armor class? I already forgot.
16.
Okay, so it doesn't hit.
Cool.
He just kind of, like, flops to the side. Your turn.
Right. Do I have, like, what's prestidigitation?
What?
Prestidigitation. What is that?
It's basically harmless sensory effects.
So another illusion.
I think you can do a very, very minor illusion, maybe.
I whip him. I don't know exactly.
Okay, roll.
I can't hear the die.
You have dice on your phone
you guys
and
tell
a
me
bag of
which
dice
one.
right next to you that I gave you.
What am I rolling though? The 20?
Yeah.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
5. Shit.
Yeah, you definitely didn't hit.
No. I don't know how to work it.
No, you don't.
I'm sorry.
All right, it is Shucky's turn.
What was this one? Okay, Shucky's gonna use Toll the Dead.
Okay.
So he'll have to make a wisdom saving throw again.
What exactly does that do?
He'll take necrotic damage if he fails it. So he has to beat 15.
Okay. Necrotic isn't the same thing as poison, is it? It doesn't matter. I got nat
No.
20.
What?
Sorry.
Oh well. And then I move back 30 more feet.
You are 90 feet away from him at this point.
Good.
Are you only allowed to move 30 feet at a time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, it depends on your movement speed, but most people is 30 feet unless you have some ability that says
My
otherwise.
Eldritch Blast has a range of 120 feet, so I'm pretty good.
Nice. Oh, body slam. It's a retap. 18.
Damn it. You do damage.
You have had 2 turns to walk away from this motherfucker. Just standing directly next to him.
Well, why is he like doing with a body move though?
3 damage. Your turn.
I just realized our healer isn't here.
Yeah, you guys are kind of.
The only thing close to a healer is Zaylee. She knows like healing touch or something.
Well, thanks to Chucky or Shucky for freaking hitting my head off of a rock, giving me -2 life.
That's your fault. You startled me.
Didn't freaking mean to. I choose to use. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. I would say sneak attack, but I guess he knows where I am.
You'd have to try and sneak first.
Yeah, you'd have to get away from him first.
You'd have to use the hide action.
What is it? Health points, hit points, whatever.
What do you mean? It doesn't matter.
So we can't kill him?
What? No, you can kill him. I'm just not going to tell you his hit points.
Oh, okay.
Retep doesn't know that information.
I don't know. I haven't played this in a while.
We haven't played this in a year, I think.
Well, I haven't played it, I don't think, since we moved from Illinois. I don't either. I choose to use my dagger.
Good for you. Roll.
What am I rolling? 20?
20. Yes.
I don't like the 20s. They treat me like I'm rolling 6s.
Yeah, that doesn't hit. You got 2. You're not good at this, Sarah. You need to roll better. She got nat 1 on her other one. Okay. Sorry. Forgot that you had to roll a disadvantage.
Do I?
Yeah, and since you rolled twice and reminded me, you got a nat 1. You tripped and fell on your own dagger. It went straight through your hand. What's the damage on your dagger? You're gonna roll for that.
1d4.
Plus dexterity.
So
You have to add +3 for dexterity.
I choose?
yeah, you got 2, so that's 5 damage. You did a lot of damage to your hand.
Shucky is like, what are you doing to my body?
I run away.
There you go. Finally, fucking run back.
Doesn't
30.
she suffer an attack of opportunity? Isn't she right next to him?
Yeah, you are.
I don't mean to help, but the rules are the rules.
That's a 19.
What's that mean?
It means I get to attack you while you're running away.
Ah!
You have to disengage first. I say, run to me. I'll protect you. Don't get don't get me killed.
I'm not gonna make it to the mountains.
No, you are not.
Don't get me killed. That's my body. Shucky's like freaking out. He's like mad now because you're mishandling his body.
Hey, come up here and help me.
Retreat.
I realized something interesting.
What?
Sleep only works until you take damage.
Oh, I just took damage.
Okay.
But either way, why would his sword... Wait.
The sword jumps up and flies directly at you.
No! I don't like this magic bullshit. I'm not fucking die.
The sword got a 3.
What do you mean you don't like magic? You're a sorceress.
The sword flew directly past your head. And Shucky shit his pants. I mean, Retep shit Shucky's pants.
Those are my favorite trousers.
Those are my only trousers. When you poop in your dreams, you poop for real.
Is it my turn yet?
Yes, now it's your turn.
Come
I
save me.
use Eldritch Blast with one beam going at the sword and one beam going at the knight. That's a natural one.
You hit Chucky?
With both
Fine,
beams?
help me out. I don't give a fuck.
With both beams or just
no,
one?
No, I don't want Chucky to die, so at least not yet. Jesus,
It's okay. I'll go take a nap.
I thought at level 5 this would be a little bit easier, but I might have to.
It's not the level, it's the players.
The Eldritch Blast misses both of them, hit each other, and there's a large explosion that blows everyone 30 feet away from where they were standing.
Do I blow 30 feet away from the thing?
You are 30 feet closer to Alex. Alex is now 120 feet from the no, because they got blown 30 feet back as well. So Alex is now 150 feet away from the knight and his sword, and you are 90 feet away.
Okay.
But you guys don't take any damage, but you have disadvantage. You guys already have disadvantage, so never mind. You guys just get blown back from the explosion.
This is why I don't play this game. I
helped you, okay?
I tried.
I might not have helped Alex, but I helped you.
I tried. Oh, I'm actually gonna run another 30 feet back.
Do you have any potions of healing?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't stock up on that.
Well, goddamn.
Oh, god dang.
You guys could try to run back to town.
Alright. Is it the sword's turn or the knight's turn?
It's the knight's turn. And he uses his turn to run 30 feet towards Sarah.
Okay.
The sword does the same, following in his hand. Huh? You're first, then it's Alex, and then it's the knight, and then it's the sword.
Well, then why did the sword attack me as soon as I got hit?
Well, because he went 3 turns without doing anything, so I didn't realize he was awake.
It's your turn now. What do you do?
Okay. I'm not sure if this is a typo. Or not, so I don't know what it's supposed to be.
Okay, what's it say?
10 pitons.
What?
10 pitons. I don't know if it's supposed to be potions and it's just typo.
No. They're pigeons.
What are those?
I don't know, but they're part of the starter set.
They're not potions, sorry.
Damn it!
Am I allowed to give hints to Sarah?
If not, I'm gonna kill its body.
Yeah, I guess you can, since it's your body.
There's a reason there are 1,000 ball bearings there
For
in
what?
the inventory. Use your imagination. Yeah, I know that. Fine, I'll do something easier for you. There's 2 flasks of oil and a tinderbox, for crap's sake.
Was it just to make those Marty Dom things, or whatever they're called?
Martyrdom is when a grenade explodes after you die.
What are the alcohol bottle things?
Molotov.
Molotovs. There. Is that what those are?
That's not what they're there for, but it's close.
It's similar.
You could possibly use one like that.
Fuck it, let's do it. Let's make makeshift Molotovs. That's a Jewish thing, isn't
It's
it?
not Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov.
Why not?
Instead of breaking the glass, they throw a pipe bomb at you.
Recognize my face.
Just type in your fucking password. It's 4
Want to.
numbers.
Oh wait, so what do I gotta do to do that?
You would have to use your action to stick some of your 50 feet of hemp rope into the end of one of your skins of oil. Use the tinderbox to light it on fire and chuck it as far as you can.
Let's do it. Wait, how far is my aim?
You are currently 60 feet away, so you could run forward 30 feet and chuck it.
Let's do it.
Roll that dexterity.
Yep.
Is it 20?
20 plus your dex.
Did she roll twice?
Not yet. You try and fudge that.
I gotta take that cover off. I gotta find something else to use.
All right. What's your dexterity modifier? Plus, all right, you got a 19.
Wait, do I follow this dexterity or do I follow mine? Or the other one?
Is that? Oh, you follow the other one. You're on the wrong
Yeah.
character sheet.
This one is +3.
All right, so you got 22. So you chuck it. It hits the ground.
Chucky chucks it.
I have
Chucky
absolutely
chucks
no fucking idea how much damage a Molotov should do.
it. A lot.
Do
Killing.
let's go with what, 2d6? That seem fair?
That's up to you.
2d6, and then we'll do a lasting effect of 2 damage per turn, since they will literally be on fire. All right. They have finally taken damage.
Woo-hoo. I'm getting shit done. Like, getting hurt a lot.
It is Alex's turn.
I try to close the distance between Sarah and I.
Okay.
Wait, how far away am I from her?
60 feet?
If you move your full 30 feet, then you will be 60 feet from her.
No.
I
150 feet away.
And then I ran 30 feet to throw that.
Yeah, closer to the enemy, not closer to him. He's behind you.
I know, so wouldn't he be further away?
No, he would have been 60 feet away from you when the bomb went off and you both flew back. And you moved 30 feet, so you were 90 feet away. If he uses his 30 feet, he will again be 60 feet from you.
I
The big boys are talking.
use the dash action, so I double my speed and I run the full 60 feet to try and catch up to her.
I'm going to have to work on this tomorrow still. We don't get to find anybody else. Except for whoever this knight is.
You won't. Little meta thing right there.
No matter what.
You're not going to find anyone else. At least not this session.
That's what I'm saying. It's like 7 Deadly Sins, but instead of
How
finding
far am I?
every time, it's like the 3rd season. You're still
What was that, Alex?
How far away am I from her now?
If you ran the full 60 feet, you're right next to her.
Okay, that's all I can do for this turn.
Okay. The the knight runs up to you, Sarah.
Yes.
He takes 2 fire damage at the beginning of his turn because this is now Pokemon rules, and he tries to body slam you.
What is up with him and his body? Alex is right next to me now.
Yeah,
If you don't dodge it, you're gonna get caught on fire.
You lit him on fire, Sarah.
Let's roll something.
He got a 2, so he misses.
That fire is doing damage.
But as he misses, the sword flies out of his hand and tries to do damage to you. And he got a 3, so he also misses. And he also takes 2 damage at the beginning of his turn.
Luck is on my side.
Well, if you can call it that.
For now.
So now
Oh,
it's Sarah's
I tell Retep to get behind me.
Rita.
Okay.
She does.
No argues.
That's her move. What's she doing for her action?
You're all 4 like bunched up now, so you can whip him or something.
I whip.
All right, roll. That hits. So what's your whip do? You should say next to the whip.
Oh, damage wise. Okay. I thought you meant like, what do you want my whip to do?
Because I was asking you what a whip does.
No, like, I thought you meant like, are you gonna like his sword and like throw it the opposite direction? Or are you gonna?
Where's the whip? It's 1d4.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the gate to the mountains, is it open or closed?
It's open. It's less of a gate and more like a mountain entrance. It's a natural rock formation that makes it look like open doors.
So as far as I can tell, there's nothing stopping me from just walking up the mountains.
Yeah, you could just run into the mountains, I guess.
Okay, I use invisibility on Sarah and I.
Okay.
So a creature I touch becomes invisible. Because I'm casting at a higher level, I can cast on myself and her. Anything the target is carrying is invisible as long as it's on the target. Spell ends if the target attacks or casts a spell. So I touch us both to give us invisibility, and then I try to stealthily walk past them just through the mountain opening.
Okay. Well, you notice that after you turn invisible, you walk past them, and they stand at attention as if
Wait, who does?
the knight and the sword.
Okay.
Alex cast invisibility on both of you, so you both are invisible and you're walking toward the mountains instead of continuing to fight.
Oh, well, that would have been useful earlier.
Well, if you would have stopped running towards them.
I just like to point out, I can only use 2 spells, and you made me waste one of them. So
I did no such thing.
yeah,
Did
you
you heal
did
me?
it.
If you were to heal me, then yes, I would blame that on myself.
Anyway, the knight and the sword stand at attention. Alex, roll a perception check.
Ooh. Okay. 21.
21?
Yep.
You notice as you're walking away that there's nothing inside of the suit of armor.
Oh, fine.
And that this entire time you have been fighting animated armor and a flying sword.
Okay.
I suspect that whoever is behind our mind switching is also behind this.
Are
Ooh.
you actually saying that, or are you thinking it?
Both.
She's saying.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You,
What?
With a Shucky's reaction.
Oh.
as we're trying to stealthily walk away
Oh, I thought we already passed
from
him.
these horrible enemies, you're suddenly like, you're
I think it's
You're
myself.
saying, no, we're trying to stealthily walk away from these incredibly tough opponents, and you're like, I bet whoever did this to us is behind it. So did they hear us?
I thought
Did
we were
they hear her?
Toward the direction of the sound. But since they see nothing, they turn back at attention.
Alright.
I didn't even
I
think about her
said
saying that out loud.
I thought we already passed him.
You're sneaking past them.
Okay, now I know.
Okay. So as you get to the gates of the mountain, you see the gates themselves are not actually a gate, but a natural rock formation, which I already said to Alex earlier, but you weren't here for that.
Okay.
It's a natural rock formation that just makes it look like two doors slightly open.
Okay.
And on the inside, there is a narrow passage that you can see in about 100 feet leads to a cave opening. And there's no way to scale the mountains themselves.
Right. The invisibility lasts up to an hour with concentration.
Okay.
I tell Retep, sneak everywhere, don't say anything unless you have to, all that kind of thing. We don't want to get caught because clearly you can't handle my awesome body in combat.
Is there still shit in my pants?
Yes.
Yes. So what can I see in the cave opening?
Actually, do you have any special light abilities? Or like
I have
abilities?
Luxon has dark vision, so
Oh, okay.
they can see in dim light within 60 feet.
Then on the inside, you see that the cave entrance is damp and dark, and all you can see is a small room with a back opening that curves around a corner. Where the fuck is the... Hang on.
Oh, cool.
I tell Retep to cover me from the mouth entrance with my crossbow. And then I'm gonna try and sneak in to investigate.
Can I have experience with crossbows?
Shucky does.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, then that's what I do.
okay.
So I'm gonna try and sneak up to the cave mouth and get a closer look.
You see nothing inside the cave that is out of the ordinary. There are rocks, stalagmites hanging from the ceiling, water dripping off of them, nothing significant.
I suppose I press in further to see what's there.
All right. You come up on the bend. Oh, what? I have to keep the app open for the ambient music to play.
Makes sense. We have an idea of what the ambient is.
Yeah. Whatever. It's cooler.
Sorry.
Once you make it on the other side of the small cave room, you see another hallway moving further away out of the line of sight of Retep.
Alright, I keep pressing in further as stealthily as I can.
Okay.
Am I just standing guard at the door?
Yeah.
Or the entryway? Okay. Oh, that's gonna be like one of those back-to-back kind of movements.
Well, you can move if you want to, but he told you to sit still. You're also your own person, though. As you peer down the hallway, you see what looks like a large skeleton with horns and a massive battle axe standing in the center of a medium-sized room.
What else is in the room that I can see?
You see bones scattered along the walls and chains hanging up from the ceiling.
Do I recognize any of the party mates or anything that might suggest they were there?
None of the skeletons have any skin left, and you don't recognize any of the clothing lying next to the piles of bones.
I sneak back out of the cave.
Okay. On your way out, you bump into Shucky Retep.
So I basically inform her that there's a giant skeleton thing in there.
So what shall we do next?
I don't know. I didn't see any trace of our companions. We should probably press on to find the temple.
Don't I have to go to the mountain to get to the temple though?
Check your map.
I did. And it looks like we did. We have to proceed through the mountain, the cave.
Is this the only route?
That's what the map says.
But the temple people said that if you wanted to, you could take a boat from Pine Harbor all the way around to Sting Harbor and then walk all the way back.
Shit.
And that would take you several days.
I don't know, Joe. Why can't I just take one to here? Like, they can't just drop us off in shallow water?
There's no harbor there. They can't.
Shucky knew this was an option. He would be very upset that we came all this way.
Wait a minute.
Let's just say that the way that you're taking now will take you 1 day to get there. The other way would take you about 5 or 6 days.
Shucky suggests a sneak attack.
I have sneak.
Or some sort of a trap. What kind of trap can we set for this giant monstrosity?
What is Grace?
Greece is Greece.
I have an idea. I have a whistle. You have a crossbow. I have a wand. So we do a multiple part attack. We put grease down on the ground at the entrance of the cave. And then one of your... basically, you'll be waiting while invisible with a crossbow, and you can shoot it when it comes out. I'll use my whistle to get it to come out to the cave mouth, and then I will use prestidigitation to create a small spark, which will light the grease on fire, enveloping the skeleton giant in flames. And then we can lay into it with attacks. How's that sound?
Yeah, I guess that'll work.
Sweet.
As long as this 20-sided die doesn't hate me again.
What is this 20-sided die you speak of? Luxon has a bag of them right here. I actually do have it in my inventory. I have 100 D20s in a bag.
Well, let's do that, and then we can use some of the rope to tie him up.
I thought we were killing it.
Well,
Yeah, and you're going to light it on fire.
true.
Do you have any oil?
Yes. No, I have grease. Oh, wait.
You have grease, or you have the spell grease?
The spell grease.
Okay,
you
well,
have-
I guess I use one of my wineskins of oil and lay it down at the entrance.
I have candles, too. Oh, wait, I do have oil. My bad.
I already used mine, so you keep yours. So, Retap needs to get into position, like an optimal sniping position with the crossbow.
I do that.
Okay.
Let me think here.
No.
So, on the ready, I will signal for the skeleton to get his attention.
And is Sarah shooting him for attention, or are you blowing your whistle for attention?
Rape whistle.
I'm using my whistle to draw him out.
Okay.
And I'm standing like to the side from a safe distance. And as soon as he comes out and stands on the oil, I'm going to create a spark to light the oil on fire.
Okay.
So at first I blow my whistle. Yep.
Yeah, use the oil.
The skeleton starts walking toward
Oh,
the
fine.
noise.
That's a scary looking skeleton.
Yeah, I'm not using that.
Oh, well, we're pretty intimidating looking.
Shut your face.
Told you.
He is walking into the entrance.
As soon as he stands on the oil, I'm gonna light on fire.
And now it's up in flames.
That's the signal for you to use
Shoot
the
it.
crossbow
Shoot him in the face. Roll you die.
twice.
20?
Yeah. It's always a 20.
Then why is there other dice?
Because other dice are for other things, like damage calculation.
What the fuck is that? I had the
Well, again, you have disadvantage.
well, what's it called?
A nat 20.
Nah, that's what it is.
But you have disadvantage.
Okay. 17.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Huh?
What does that mean?
Well, you hit.
Okay.
So you hit him with the crossbow, and he's on fire. So you do the damage for the crossbow, and I'll do the damage for the fire.
What do you want?
Go to your fucking crossbow and figure out what kind of die that you need to use. Oh my god.
D10.
Here.
I got it. 7.
No fucking way.
7.
Well, the skeleton is just a pile of ash.
Sweet.
Slowly blows away in the wind.
I did something right.
Our invisibility is gone now, though.
Yes, because
Actually, I'm not sure if mine is. Wait.
you performed an action, but I don't think you actually attacked.
It says the spell ends if the target attacks or casts a spell, which I did.
Oh.
Well, technically, it's a cantrip, not a spell. So how do you rule on that?
I'm going to say that you're both visible now.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, I would probably run away without you. I know I would. Just saying.
I hit that bitch in the face.
All right. Well, congratulations, you guys.
Okay.
Now we continue to make our way through the cave.
Yes, you do.
Stealthily like.
Stealthily. As you reach the end of the second small corridor, you see a very large room that is fairly empty, other than a few large boulders, large enough to hide behind.
Which I do.
What's that?
Which I do.
Okay. Although you do notice that there's a
Just cut
sword.
out for a second.
Okay. You do notice that there is a sword sitting on the ground, and right above it is a single torch on the wall.
Okay.
I look at the sword, see if I recognize it or not.
You do not recognize the sword.
Well, I certainly don't touch it.
Okay. Sarah, what do you do?
Not touch it.
You're... Okay.
I take the
You
torch.
guys are a lot of fun.
I take the torch for light.
You take the torch.
All our
Really?
minds have been jumbled. Why would I touch random artifacts that are clearly dangerous magic?
Huh? Taking screenshots of things.
Oh, I didn't know it still made that noise.
Yes. Okay. Sarah, as you take the,
What fucking?
what?
Nothing. Go on.
Right. As you take the little torch off the wall, actually, it's less of a torch. I should say that it is more of like a candelabra.
Okay.
3 little candles jump off and hit the ground.
So what, they fall out of the thing?
More like jump.
Okay.
I'm going to send a picture to Alex that will show him. Exactly what I'm talking about.
What you mean?
I yell at him for
Motherfucker.
touching crap in my body.
Why
Again.
would I touch a sword?
These are 3 tiny little candle mimics.
Mimic?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I smack her on the back of the head for being stupid and touching crap with my body.
Quit touching crap with his body.
He was trying to make me touch the other guy's wiener.
I'm surprised he wasn't trying to get you to touch his original wiener.
I was just offering to show it to her. This is the only chance she'll have to see it.
Roll initiative.
17.
Don't worry, Alex. These are really weak.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
These are the toughest opponents we've yet faced.
We got
Wait,
6.
These are candles?
Yeah.
Please blow him out.
Well, the fire isn't what's alive. They're not elementals. You could probably blow them out, but then you'll just be fighting in the dark. Alex can see in the dark. I don't think you can.
But I got a 7.
Huh?
I had a 7.
Okay, what'd you get, Alex?
17.
Okay, so it's you, Sarah, and then the 3 little mimics.
I use Eldritch Blast, and I send 1 beam to 2 different targets.
Okay.
That's a 12.
If they broke in half, would they multiply to 6?
Shut the fuck up.
Ah,
I'm
I-
gonna see if that hits. Their armor class is 12, but I'm going to say it hits.
Okay. The first one does 11 damage,
Okay.
and the second one does 8.
Okay. 2 of them are dead.
Bubbing! Or should I say,
I'll
cha-ching?
kill you, Alex. I will kill you. Go away. Sarah, what do you do?
Oh, there's only 1 left?
Yeah. Alex already killed 2 of them with 1 hit.
Well, I mean... I guess I tried to hit it.
Okay, with what?
The dagger.
Okay.
You know you have a rapier.
Yeah, you have a bunch of weapons. Why do you keep using the weakest one you
I
have?
don't know. Fine, I used a rapier.
All right, she rapes a candle.
Sick freak.
I attack with my rapier.
On guard.
Ole. Come on. Roll 20. She got a natural 1.
You're gonna get burned to death by a candle.
This is why I don't play with the lottery.
As you go to stab the little candle in the face, it jumps up and runs up your sword.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
It rolled a 9. I'm guessing that doesn't hit. So it just kind of sits on your handle.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, until Alex attacks it.
I'm like, don't move. And I like point the wand at it. And I'm gonna shoot it with 2 Eldritch Blast beams.
My nose itches.
That's the natural 1.
A natural 1.
You hit me.
Okay, Alex, you got that picture I sent you, right?
Yeah.
Your attack misses the candle and brushes against the blade of the sword that flips into the air and turns into an insect-like pincher mouth and runs towards you.
I'm guessing I don't do any damage to it.
I'll say you do half damage. So roll for damage.
9.
Is that 9 with the half or 9 total?
That's 9 after it was halved.
Okay.
So it was 18 originally.
Okay. Wait. For damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I get to roll 2d10. And then add 4.
All right. The sword runs up and tries to pinch Alex's leg.
Luxon will never forgive me if I get his body hurt. He's very vengeful.
13.
Nope, not high enough.
All right. Then he just kind of snaps into the air. Now it's Sarah's turn.
I like jerk my hand to send the candle. I like
You could just like punch it
punch
or something.
Okay. I punch it. I punch the candle and I miss.
Roll. How did you miss already? You haven't rolled yet.
I'm pretty fucking predictable if you ask me.
Their AC is pretty fucking low. For
Roll
mimics.
20, right?
Huh?
Roll 20, right?
Yeah.
I roll 4.
Well, it doesn't hit.
I told
Sorry.
you. I
You
missed.
punched your own sword.
Gosh. But surely I punched hard enough to knock it off of me, right?
You rolled a 4, so no, you didn't hit it. Alex, it's your turn.
I'm going to use Vicious Mockery on the candle.
Please don't hurt me.
It has to make a Wisdom saving throw of 15.
No shit. I got a 15 and or I got a 14 and their wisdom is +1.
So how's that work?
I got a 15. I think that means I saved it. Because if he has to get a wisdom saving throw of 15, I got 15.
Okay. Well, then I insult the candle and it just doesn't care, I guess.
You tiny wicked candle, tiny wicked prick or something like that. And the candle laughs at you. Because he knows his wick is bigger than Luxon's.
Not as big as John Wick. I'm the John Wick of actual wicks.
This is one mimic wick.
In the mimic tricks.
All right, so it's the candle's turn. The candle is going to leap at Sarah's face with a headbutt.
Do I get to mitigate these?
Got a 6. So he jumps at your face, misses, and lands right in front of Alex.
Why is Alex behind me?
Because you're the only one dumb enough to go pick shit up. You went and tried to pick up the torch or the candelabra thingy.
I tried to get us some light.
Alex can
I
see.
can see fine. Don't you have torches in your inventory?
Do you? Tried to pick up a torch, a strange-looking torch off the ground. By the sword snaps at Alex's feet again, and it got a 2. So
It's still alive?
suck worse than Sarah.
I have candles.
Well,
Whose turn is it now?
It doesn't mean they
now
were
it's
lit.
Sarah's turn.
Okay. You can do it!
Come on, Sarah.
What am I doing?
It's your turn. There is a candle mimic and a sword mimic.
I attacked the candle's not on me anymore, so I attack the sword.
Okay. So roll.
I got a 14.
That hits. What did you hit it with,
I don't remember.
by the way? Your rapier?
Yeah. D8.
Plus dexterity.
So I got 2 plus 3, so 5.
And you attacked the sword?
Wait a minute.
What?
What did right there say plus 3, but right there it says plus 6?
Because those are saving throws.
What's the difference?
Saving throws are when somebody does something to you. The other ones are when you do something to somebody else.
Oh, okay. Well, 5. I do 5 damage. Whoop, whoop.
All right. It looks very tired for being a sword.
Okay, that's weird.
I don't know how to describe that a sword is almost dead. So it just looks
It's not moving as
tired.
fast as it was.
Its legs kind of bent in a little bit,
It has legs?
but it's still standing. Yes, it's a. Did I not show you the pictures?
Yeah, like the candle.
That's the sword.
Looks like
For all
something
the
from Alice
viewers.
in Wonderland.
I'll
Ah.
fix it in post.
All right, Alex, it's your turn.
I use Eldritch Blast on the candle and the sword.
Okay.
That is 23.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
So the first one is 5 damage, and the second one is 14.
Okay. Well, the sword had 1 life, and the candles only have 5 life. So they're
Nice.
both dead.
Chucky is kind of like, this is pretty nice. Maybe I should make a deal with the dark deity.
A small voice inside of Shucky's head
It's just the dark TV.
says, "You might get your chance soon."
Ah,
What was that? I'm freaked out.
That's not metaplay. That actually happened. A little voice inside of his head talks to him now.
right.
I'm freaking the balls out. Let's get out of this cave.
All right. You continue to walk forward down another small hallway. This one is a slightly larger hallway. And you reach a very large tunnel, or a very large cavern, and you believe that you can see light on the other side of it, almost like a tunnel, a light at the end of the tunnel.
We're going to proceed with caution.
You proceed with caution.
I'm gonna like look out and see if I can see anything. Like
Okay.
anything
Roll-
alive or suspicious.
Roll perception.
21.
You see small creatures lining the roof of the cave.
Uh-oh.
So how big is the cave where I'm at now?
It is a large cave, probably about 150 feet in diameter.
Okay. I tell fake Shucky that there are creatures on the ceiling, but I have a plan. I'm gonna make a noise way off on one side to distract them. And hopefully if they go over to that, then we can sneak out of the cave.
Okay.
But you're gonna have to sneak when you go and be real quiet. Do you have a better plan, or are we going with that?
No, I got a sneak thing on mine.
Everyone has a sneak. That's not what I'm asking. Is that the good plan, or do you have something better we can do?
I have no freaking idea. Your plan sounds good to me.
Okay. Well, then I take out my bag of D20s, and I take out one of them, and I throw it as far as I can away from where the exit is.
You threw the D20. That's what he said to do.
Don't throw it at the fucking
You say
window.
toward the exit?
No, like away from the exit,
The way we
but
just
far away from us.
Okay.
Basically, as far off away from the exit, off to one side as possible.
Okay, so like here's the entrance, here's the exit. You throw it that way.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Oh,
Sarah's got to go to the bathroom.
What a cliffhanger.
sorry.
So I guess I'll do this real quick. That's not a good number.
Do I need to roll to throw it?
Hang on. Oh shit. I don't know if this is gonna work out in your favor. All right. I'm gonna say that you just go ahead and throw it, but then you're gonna roll for stealth.
Okay. Non-natural 20.
Okay. Let's hope Sarah gets that good.
We're gonna die.
I don't think you'll die.
Chucky will die. He's half dead already. I'll never get my body back.
Chucky might die. God, this was not supposed to be this difficult. Chucky is just taking a fucking beating.
That's not Chucky's fault, though.
That's true. Retep is taking a fucking beating in Chucky's body.
Yeah.
Alright, Sarah, I need you to roll a stealth check.
What is that?
There is a thing called stealth.
No, I know what stealth is. What? Alright, 26. What?
4.
4. Okay.
It's a 20. 20 for everything. I tell you that. 20 for everything. And then add your stealth modifier. And if you're proficient...
Don't forget disadvantage.
Yeah, and disadvantage. Alex got a non-natural 20.
What do I have to add it to? With a non-natural thing?
It's 20 that you didn't get naturally.
Oh, okay. What do I add to it?
Your stealth modifier. So,
I should have just predicted there's something under 10.
Alex throws his D20. It bounces off the wall. And you hear screeches as 11 winged imps fly down from the ceiling and rush toward the noise. And as they rush toward, Sarah goes, because you rolled a 9. And the imps turn around and see both of you and rush at you.
I'm sorry, I suck.
You have to roll initiative. Unfortunately, imps have dark vision up to 120 feet. Since you're right next to each other, if they saw her, they saw you.
14.
Okay, I was like, what are you doing?
I'm not having a seizure. I got a 14.
Sarah, what'd you roll?
Oh, again.
What did you roll? All right, then it goes Alex, 11 imps, and then you.
I'm gonna die.
Don't worry, they're very weak, but there's a lot of them.
This is fucking 15. If they both do if they all do 1 damage, I'm fucking dead.
There's only 11 of them. Learn to count.
There's 15.
No, there's 11 imps.
Oh, my bad. I read 15.
Okay.
So where are they? How far away are they from us?
Not that far.
Now that has started, they are about 30 feet away.
Okay. I use my last remaining spell slot to use Thunderstep. I can teleport myself to an unoccupied space within range, which is 90 feet. Immediately after... Oh, wait, no. That would be bad. Never mind.
What?
I misread it. It's basically a teleport, and wherever you teleported from, it makes like an electric shockwave.
They basically kill Retap.
Yeah, I thought it was after wherever you teleported to, but that won't work.
Okay.
Instead, I will use my last spell slot to use invisibility on us again. And then I will run out of the cave. Well, I can only run 30 feet, but I run 30 feet out of the cave.
Okay.
So now I can no longer use spells, only cantrips. And I'm like, book it, Retap! Or some crap like that.
Okay. Well, as the imps are flying towards you, you disappear. Half of them halt, the other half run into the wall, but they're all staggered and confused as you guys slip past the entrance. Right, Sarah? Or are you going to stay and fight?
No, I follow. I was reading. Apparently, I have uncanny dodge.
Okay.
When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to half the attack's damage against
Well,
you.
you are in a dark cave and you do not have dark
No,
vision.
I'm just saying I should have used that earlier.
Probably. but
Yeah, you
don't
should have.
fucking run right now.
I'm running.
Oh, you make it out of the cave. You're on the other side of the mountains.
Yay!
There is a dirt road in front of you that splits off into a Y. Do you want to go right or left?
Right.
Left.
Right.
Left.
Let's rock, paper, scissors for it.
Why would you want to go right?
You always go right. It's just right.
No, it's like 3 days longer.
The road that splits off in a Y.
Well, hang on. I have to pull up my map now.
Okay.
Always look at your map.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go left.
That you weren't looking at it, or that you hadn't looked at it or something. There's no way you would go right. I was very confused.
Right just sounds cooler than left.
All right. You make your way right. And if
Left.
you
Left.
right,
Left.
right, you went left. You make your way left, and you see a massive temple that stands probably 200 feet high with several different layers to it.
Sweet.
What do you mean layers? Like a pyramid?
Like there's a fucking house, and on top of that, there's a fucking house, and on top of that, there's a fucking house. Like each
There's
layer
stories.
has its own roof,
Oh,
like a
okay.
Japanese style temple.
I gotcha. That's right.
We approach the temple.
Okay. You approach the temple, and you see that it looks abandoned, but the doors are open.
I walk in,
Okay. As you walk in,
but
I
cautiously.
said it first. I would have gotten attacked by the fucking door or some shit.
the door swings back and hits you in the face. No.
Luxon's beautiful nose.
As you walk in, things seem to be extremely ornate, very decorative, and there is a spiral staircase leading up through the center. The bottom floor is filled with windows, and they just outside that you just see outside of the windows.
Okay. Is there anybody in there?
There's nobody on the bottom floor.
Then we go upstairs.
On the top floor,
Not all the way up, just till we see somebody.
fine. On the next floor, on the next floor, you see a bunch of statues of what looks like an extremely large man standing with a battle axe in one hand and a battle hammer in the other, with small arrow-shaped symbols all over the room.
I check Luxon's Necronomicon Book of Shadows. Are there any depictions of Rorland or whatever his name is in there? How do you pronounce that?
Rorland.
Rorland. Are there any depictions of Rorland in there?
Yeah, why not? On the same page that you found the symbol originally, you see a picture of what looks like a wild man, wild hair, wild beard, crazy looking eyes, and a black cloak with a hood, but the hood is down.
Is that the same guy that was
Does it look like the statue? Or is it the same person in the statue?
It is not the same person as the statue, but you do recognize part of the face, but you can't remember where you saw it.
To the best of my knowledge, does it look like the hooded man that claimed to be the mayor?
You think
What little
that
I saw of his face?
the robe itself looks kind of familiar, but the man does not match what you remember. At least not while you were sober.
Okay. What else is in the room?
That's it for that room. There's an altar. There's nothing sitting on the altar, but you can tell that the altar has once been stained in blood.
Are there any inscriptions?
There is.
Anything to read?
There's an inscription under the statue. All it says is Wolfthor.
Do I know what that is?
You do not know what that is.
That's never across the street.
The stairs still go up, by the way. Like, there's several floors to this building.
Well, since there's nothing there, I'll check out the next floor.
Okay.
I follow.
The next floor is essentially the same, except there is a large statue of a homely-looking woman in great flowing gowns, and there are symbols that remind you of swirls surrounding the room. There is an inscription underneath the statue that says Ishtar, and the room is filled with flowers and food and things like that. Ishtar. I-S-T-A-R.
All right, go to the next floor.
The next floor is something that you actually recognize, as the symbols on the wall are the same symbols that were worn on the hoods of the priestess at the Temple of Jala in Pine Harbor. You see a large woman, or a large statue, not a large woman. You see a large statue of a woman wearing bandages over her eyes, her hands, and her feet, wearing no clothes over her body.
Okay.
Naked woman. Not a
Check
sexy,
the next level.
weird god level naked women.
Like a Renaissance statue.
Yeah, basically.
I go to the next level.
On the next level, you see basically the same as the rest of the levels. There's a crescent-shaped symbol with a T at the bottom surrounding the walls. The statue is of a short, frail-looking woman holding a lantern with a shroud covering her face.
Next level.
Next level, you finally see something that looks familiar. You see the walls are covered in the same symbol, the strange-looking E that is on the cloth that both of you found at the incidents. And the statue is of an extremely large man with wild hair, a wild beard, maddening eyes, and he's hunched over wearing a cloak with a hood, but with the hood down. Basically the same picture that Necronomicon.
I compare the visage in the Book of Shadows with the statue to see how closely they resemble each other.
They are almost identical except for posture. Like they're standing in different ways.
Sweet. So I recognize the E sigil. I need to find what the other one is, so I keep looking. I go up to the next level, basically trying to find the specific symbol that the pyramid was, or whatever.
On the next level, you do not see the pyramid sigil.
Okay. Well, I keep looking until trying to find it, basically.
On the next two levels, you do not see the pyramid sigil. When you make it to the top floor, you are greeted by a monk. He is in a room surrounded by other monks praying in different directions of the room. He asks you what god you serve.
I tell him this body serves Roland, but I don't have any particular allegiances.
That is a strange answer. But if you are one of the mad lads of Rorlid, then you are looking for 4 floors down.
I'm actually looking for this. And I pull out the cloth and point out the symbol I don't know about.
Well, I do recognize the symbols, the sigil of Rorlid, but the symbol above, if I'm not mistaken, it's not a symbol at all, but it's actually a location.
Would you happen to know what this location is?
I could not tell you what it is called, but I can tell you that it is in the Orklands, where no human will venture.
Motherfucker.
It is a pyramid that the chieftain of all orcs lies buried beneath.
I thank him for the information and ask if it's acceptable to offer a tithe in exchange for a blessing.
To offer a what?
A tithe in exchange for a blessing.
So the subtitles clearly don't know what you're trying to say either. What's it?
Tithe.
Tithe?
I think so.
Explain to me what that is.
You know when you go to church and they pass the plate around?
That's why we don't know what the fuck it is.
Like money?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's basically like a money offering that you give to the church so that they can, you know, for upkeep, basically.
As monks, we have no use for your money. All of our food comes as donations to the gods, but we would be more than willing to bless you for, I don't know, holy purposes. We'll bless you in the name of our God.
Sweet.
Now you basically just have to come up with what God you want to be blessed by, and he will have that specific priest bless you.
Question the fact that when they asked for religion, he said that the body he possesses.
He did. He made the comment that was a weird answer, but he's also a monk, so he doesn't care. He's a monk.
Did he kill me?
He's not a god.
So is there like a deity for safe travels? Or who would that fall under?
Safe travels would probably be the goddess of I want to say Luna because she's the goddess of death and rebirth. And if you're wanting safe travels, you would pray for her to leave you alone, basically.
Okay. Well, I asked for one from that and one from Roland.
Okay. The priest that comes up to you and blesses you with Luna's blessing, draws a symbol on the top of your right hand that...
Is it gonna like burn my hand or something because the body is in allegiance with a different deity?
No, just a symbol. A symbol that looks like that. And that will permanently take away your disadvantage for having the wrong body, basically.
Yeah.
And then a second priest shows up and gives you a similar prayer and etches the symbol of Rorlid into the top of your hand. Doesn't draw, etches with a blade.
Actually, I don't know if this matters. Luxon has the symbol of his deity tattooed on his right shoulder.
Oh. Well, then I guess you could just show the guy the tattoo if you know that it's there.
I don't know if he knows it's there or not.
Okay.
He hasn't looked at himself without clothes on, so.
Well, then I'm just going to say that he etches it into your hand since you don't know that it's actually there at the
He's
moment.
like, what the crap, dude?
All right. Now, this is going to get... this is going to get a little bit confusing. You're going to add just one point to charisma saving throws, deception, insight, intimidation, and religion.
Permanent or temporary?
Permanent. Sarah, would you like to pledge allegiance to the United States? I mean, to any of my gods? Because you clearly get some pretty good shit if you choose the side.
Yeah, I suppose. Probably the loving companion.
You're going to choose the hippie?
No.
You can choose the hippie if you want.
Bitch, I don't know.
You still get some good shit no matter who you are. But Alex got something specific for choosing death. Because he wanted specifically safe travels.
Shucky wants that. Plugs in, doesn't know what he wants. I don't even know where he is.
No.
He only got the one because he felt like that was what Lugson would want him to do.
Yeah. So you're going to choose a prayer from the goddess of wisdom and prophecy.
Yep.
And that's it.
And loving companion.
And love and compassion.
Yep.
Okay. Then what you're going to do, you're probably going to write this down here so that you can edit your stuff later. You're going to add +5 to your maximum health points. You're going to get +1 intelligence on saving throws.
Okay.
Nature, persuasion, religion, and investigation. Those are what you get for loving compassion and wisdom and prophecy.
Woo woo!
Nice.
Yeah. Does that mean that my life goes back up 5?
The day is over. You guys are probably going to camp out inside of this monk temple since they're monks. And it's not like they're going to kick you out. So,
We're pilgrims.
My original character doesn't sleep.
What do you mean?
She doesn't sleep.
Just doesn't sleep ever?
Yeah, it says that she does 4 hours of meditation, which is equal to 8 hours of sleep.
Okay, well, she can do her meditation from wherever the fuck she's at.
You have to
Because,
sleep because you're a halfling.
yeah, you have to sleep because you no longer have the abilities of your race. Yeah,
At the end of the session?
that is the end of the session tonight.
Oh.
Got your asses kicked by animated armor
Candles.
and fucking candles. I knew that the animated armor would be kind of difficult, but I wasn't expecting it to be that difficult. And I really thought the candles were just going to be funny and not a real problem. And Sarah somehow made them a real problem.
You know what? If I just walked right past them, we wouldn't have even got to meet them.
You're right.
You touched them. You woke them up.
They're already awake. That's why they were lit.